Broadcasting live from the World Wide Web. This is the Retro Handhelds podcast, featuring your hosts Stubbs, Rob the Retro Tech Dad, Aish Rios, Ban, and our special guest, Mr. Sujano. So sit back, relax, crack open a cold save state, and let's get this aging gamer party started. Yabba dabba doodle.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing here?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Well,
I love that. Crack open a cold save state. That's
crack
nice.
open cold save state. Load it up. Don't tempt fate. Save your state. Well, everybody, this is Stubbs again from Retro Handhelds. We're back for another live podcast episode with our guest this week, Mr. Sujano, as our AI announcer. Let you all know about. We got my buddy Rob, we got Aish, and we got Ban again. I'll try not to yell at him off screen tonight, so that'll be good. It's Friday night. We're gonna hang loose. It's already the party hour over here. We're gonna talk about some exciting handheld news developments. We got Mr. Sujano for emulation news. Talk about even a special thing called Stubbs Nubbs. If you've never heard of that, we'll get into it. Don't worry. And we're gonna ask Mr. Sujano about some of his favorite handhelds. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Rob, what do we got for the people today?
Well, we got some Odin 2 news. It looks like they've ended their Indiegogo campaign, and now you can actually buy one directly off their website.
Aha, yes, that's right. As of Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
And
this week.
And they didn't raise the prices. That was the surprising thing.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, it's already a great deal even at the regular price, but yeah, $299 to start for a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's just unbelievable. I still don't know how they're doing it. Honestly, I have no idea.
Is it safe to say that all of us are Odin 2 shills at this point in this scene?
I love it. Yeah, I love my Odin 2.
I've yet to hear anyone sort of have a bad opinion about it. Mr. Sujano, do you hate it?
No, it's honestly, with this device, it's really hard to recommend something else at this price point.
Yeah, it kind of hits all the factors and all the things you might want in a handheld. If you want to go above what Android can do, then just get yourself a Steam Deck, or a ROG Ally. But that's pretty exciting, and they do have a 11/11 sale going on, don't they, Ban?
Yep, they have an 11/11 sale going on. The standard Odin Pro is $199, and then the Loki Max is currently $550, but there should still be a coupon to bring it down to $525.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a limited coupon, but it's just another $25 off.
Yeah.
Odin Pro is a crazy deal.
What's funny is that it's now the same price as the Odin Lite because they didn't drop
which doesn't
the
make
price.
any sense. Yeah.
So why would you? Yeah. How would you get a light at that point? I don't know. That's. I mean,
honestly, SIM card in it.
Well, the thing is, like, the Odin Pro probably should be $199 permanently, just because it makes no sense to buy that now with the Odin 2 out.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. Some people are going to want to save money, and they're going to say the Odin's enough. And I mean, it is for a lot of people. I think the sticks for me don't do it. The L1 R1 just too stiff, and you don't get the Hull sticks, of course, and then less performance. So I mean, spend a little bit more. I think get the Odin 2. That's not the only thing though. There's a new Revision 9 Turnip driver, GPU driver, if you're into Switch emulation. So that's really cool.
I've only started to mess around with it just a little bit.
Yeah, I was using it at first, and then it went back to Revision 8, and then I updated used to the latest GitHub build, and it seems like Revision 9 is working a little bit better. But it's one of those where you have to kind of play around with it, and you're still going to have some games that you get really excited because it's loading up, the menu's there, and you start playing it, and it's a wider black screen, but you can still move and hear things. It's really weird. It's still a work in progress.
Weird.
Yeah, even though Skyline's not around anymore, it's still up there for Switch emulation. You can give that a try too.
It seems to be, and you can use the latest, the last good version, right? Which was like version 69.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is good. Switch emulation. It's so funny that a lot of games run better on emulation than the actual Switch. So it's like
I remember when I did my last showcase, someone was like, "I think this is running better than it does on a Switch." Like,
Yeah.
it's not even like it's not even at this point like a piracy thing, as just like wanting to get the best experience of the game.
You know,
And-
I own a lot of Switch indies. Like most of the indie games that I bought are Switch games because it seemed like it would make sense that I want to play them there. But I have two Switches, one for my son, which is the main one that stays at home, and then if I want to play any of those games, I have to log into Wi-Fi every time I want to do it. If I'm out of the house, it's kind of a pain. So now with the Odin 2, it became an indie machine now because all those games that I already bought, I can just play them on the Odin 2.
Michael Benny. I do too. He does win in the voice department. It's so majestic. It's so majestic.
Oh, geez.
I'm sorry. I know Canadians don't like compliments. I'm trying. I'm learning.
Yeah, that's a really good point, though. Like if you're considering an RP3 Plus or maybe an RP4, and you see an Odin Pro for $199, it's like, man, it's a tempting. It's a good option.
It really is. Yeah, I know. But hey, if you, I would still say buy your favorite Switch games, even if you want to play them on the Steam Deck. Then you own it, and if you make videos about it, show the cart in the frame, and then Nintendo can't come after you, right?
They can try, but
they can try.
Let's not poke the bear.
Yeah.
Well, it's not poke the bear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not only this, but you guys see that giant Windows handheld that Best Buy is selling now, the Lenovo Legion Go. This thing is freaking crazy. It's actually out now. We've seen some reviews. The Fox gave the definitive quick look.
Only way.
And what was his takeaway here? I watched Russ's video today. I haven't watched Fox's.
Trying not to watch any videos because
you're covering it.
Yeah, I got it.
It was his big issue.
You have it. We're watching the video. What's your order? We got a live guy right here. Look at this thing. What is this thing?
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So is it? Ridiculous. So I had the One X2 Pro, which is like a similar situation with really light side joysticks and then this honky, heavy middle section. Is that the same here?
It's nicely balanced, actually.
It is.
It is actually nicely balanced. I mean, it's a big boy, no doubt about it. This thing is huge. I mean,
look at that kickstand.
It's like,
look at this across.
Look at that. It's like,
wow,
that's massive.
So
yeah, it's huge.
Did you get the
screen's
XR?
amazing on it though? It's a really nice screen. I mean, but yeah, I'm still messing around with it. Still kind of.
Speaking of the screen, is it portrait mode for you?
Yeah, it's not a landscape display.
Okay.
Yeah, which is definitely a very jarring experience because when you're first starting to turn on the device, you know, it actually starts in portrait mode. So you're going through the Windows setup process in portrait mode, and then you go back to landscape, then you go back to portrait, and it's like, imagine being a consumer, you know, end user, and that's the first experience you get with this device. The screen's going back and forth between different orientations. It's a little bit weird. I'm surprised that Lenovo cheaped out like that on the display. That's kind of interesting.
It's their first time around the block with this.
Yeah. There's a lot of very cool ideas here. There's definitely a lot of good ideas here. Yeah. I still feel like just my early impressions is that it probably needs another revision or two before they kind of get this idea going, you know, smooth. I feel like the Ally was a more complete product at launch, so you know.
Oh,
yeah.
I really feel like it's not for me though, because even the Ally to me was cumbersome and awkward.
Then you probably won't like the Legion Go.
Yeah, that's how I feel, and so I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I was going to cover it day one. Found out my Best Buy didn't have them. You can only get them online. At that point, there's that barrier. I'm like, if I could walk into a Best Buy, play with it, pick it up, take it home, that's one thing. If I don't know. I'm not big on it yet, but maybe you all will convince me.
So, my device was actually purchased from Best Buy. So just to put that out there, that this is not a review unit. I actually purchased my own unit.
So you can say all the shit you want about it, and no one's going to say anything.
Not even that. I mean, I'm usually I'll call out anything. That's
Rob
that's like that's like one of my stipulations. Like, no, you can't see my video. You can't like none of that. Like, I'm sorry, that's not cool with me. But so because I'm looking at the comments and I see some people are mentioning that apparently Lenovo said the final version would have a horizontal screen. I'm like, it's definitely horizontal, but it's through software. It's not a native horizontal screen. So
that immediately knocks out VRR, right? I don't think you can do that.
It doesn't have VRR. No, it doesn't have it. Yeah, it does 144 hertz, but again, without the VRR, it's not as useful.
That's interesting. Yeah. I'm yeah, and I'm with you too. I appreciate your lack of holding back in terms of reviews. I've lost out on a lot because I say fair and honest, and I won't budge on that. And yeah. I appreciate your videos too. I've actually grown to love them, and you've been growing pretty quick your channel. So hat tip to your stuff.
That means actually a lot coming from you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
It doesn't mean anything coming from me. It's everybody else is saying good stuff too. So
thank you.
You make good stuff, Rob. We really rely on you for this high-end Windows thoughts and reviews. You're great at covering these things. Windows handhelds stress me out, dude. Like covering them, making reviews takes me a month or two. It's too much. It does too many things. If it's like
that's always the hardest thing is like to figure out where to tackle a new device, especially one like the Legion Go that can do so many different things. What do people actually really want to see with this device? And so they could do a lot for sure. It's very powerful.
My go-to for live streams is usually like, okay, like let's cover some Steam games. How does that feel? And maybe we'll do some PS3 emulation, things like that. But there's such a wide range of things, and I always make sure to do Solitaire, Microsoft Excel.
Parts.
Yeah, good part of my One X Player 2 Pro live stream on Excel, but
it does very much remind me of the One X. It definitely reminds me of the One X quite a bit.
Yeah, it just seems
you have
like
to wonder if there's
had to have been talking to each other, right?
It feels that way. I mean, there's so many similarities there, but they definitely have done their own thing with it. I mean, the first person shooter mode is pretty cool.
Hello? Did we lose you?
Oh.
Mr. Sujano's frozen, but he looks great.
He always looks great.
I need to get whatever hair gel he's using. I need to step up my game. That's so good.
He looks like the box to Just for Men, like the beard stuff.
Yeah,
he could really be a model for that. Yeah, seriously.
Mr. Sujano, can you hear us? Mr. Sujano.
I agree. He's deep in thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you do this, Attic?
No.
Okay. You're keeping the demons at bay up there, Dan, right?
It's a hard fight, but I got it.
How'd you get the couch up there? I thought I threw that out.
Hey, you know what? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
True.
Sorry.
No,
that was my browser. It's a skill issue.
It's okay. We commented on your still frame photo. It looked very good. And
blame Linux. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm actually using Linux right now. So I was debating doing the whole stream from the Steam Deck.
From the Steam Deck, really?
I was like, I should. So I didn't have enough time to set it up.
You've been out in the woods with your Steam Deck making content for like a year now, for as far as I can tell. How's that going?
So last summer and this summer, my wife and I, we go camping a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I take the Steam Deck with me and just, I just out of the blue, I was like, you know what? I think I can do a video on this. And before I was taking a laptop and honestly, when it's like humid and muggy, I don't want to be taking an expensive laptop with me out there.
Yeah.
So I took the Steam Deck and just wanted to see how it went. And I couldn't believe how good it went. Like it runs quieter than my laptop. It could render the videos no problem. It's difficult on the small screen, but at the same time, bring a portable keyboard and mouse, and absolutely fantastic. It was.
That is so good to hear. I haven't made the leap to full desktop for my Steam Deck yet, but I've used it when I've gone traveling, and it just does everything. It does everything you want to do. Throw a keyboard on there, get a mouse, good to go.
I seriously regret not bringing mine because my original thought was doing all this with the deck. And then I read that the iPad supports external cameras. So I had my camera, mic, and everything ready to go. Didn't work.
Really?
Yeah, it wouldn't work. So it won't read my mic. It won't read anything.
No.
So I'm trying to improvise now. And I'm just thinking, man, I should have brought the Steam Deck. It would have been so much better. Please excuse my shortcomings.
It's all right, Aish. We
not excused.
But
should
you're
have brought
not,
the Steam Deck.
Yeah, Aish, you are not excused. Please accept his shortcomings, everybody. Run the banner. That's right.
We got the Odin too.
That's true. Everything is forgiven now. Everything is forgiven.
Yeah.
So, okay, Legion Go. We'll see. I want to cover it at some point, but I don't think it's going to be this month, personally. Rob, I'm excited for your video, though. So I want to know your thoughts.
I am too.
Just doing some filming and going through stuff. So it's been fun. I'm trying to wrap up my Odin 2 video, so I'm kind of like doing it in between.
Okay. Well, Odin 2 to me takes precedence in my mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Odin 2 is coming out first. It's pretty much
Legion Go,
almost done.
of course, is better performance-wise. So I don't. It's also huge. You could attack someone with that. You could actually defend
massive.
yourself with that.
I mean, you'd really like it. There's a lot of surface area for you to. I'm just saying,
I know, and the FPS mode looks kind of cool. Okay,
FPS
like
mode is pretty interesting. Yeah.
The flight stick thing for playing Counter-Strike, because I'm a big Counter-Strike fan. I love Counter-Strike. Even Counter-Strike 2 is good to me, and any way to play that better on a handheld would be awesome, because it's trash controls on every handheld I've tried. So maybe,
yeah, I definitely want to highlight some of the neat uses that you can get with that FPS mode. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, in a lower tier category of devices, a lot of these companies are doing a lot of sales for 11/11 Singles Day in China, and we've highlighted a few of them. Let's see, what do we got over here? So, Retroid, AYN, Powkiddy, Anbernic, and I'm missing one. Somebody else are doing big 11/11 sales.
I know Aya Neo had one that
Aya Neo, that's right.
was non-existent since it sold out instantly.
It's like
That was a good deal, right? The Air Plus was 200 and some bucks.
Yeah, it was like 274 for the base model.
That was so
Air
dumb.
Plus.
Nuts. Okay. All right. Well, take a look at a few of these. So for Retroid, we got RP3 Plus Metal, 165. Not a bad price. RP Flip for 144. That's okay. These are kind of lukewarm sales, except for the 4GB RP2S. Saving $20 on that is cool. That's such a cool device. The 4GB version for under 100.
It's a great device for $99. Seriously.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good price.
With that one, you're basically getting the 4PX shipping for free.
Yeah. So you're covered there. Did they drop the price on the 3GB model? Is that maybe? Oh, okay. Well,
still 100 as well.
Yeah, that's okay. What about AYNs? Did they? We talked about that, right? The Loki,
we did earlier. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so the Max, the Loki, Odin Pro, they're all on sale right now.
And then for Powkiddy.
Oh yeah, Powkiddy. We got some Powkiddy stuff.
There's a lot of Powkiddy.
There's some good stuff, especially that pickleball racket.
Powkiddy is now selling pickleball rackets. They pivoted into sports and pickleball. I've never played it before. I hear it's pretty fun, but they make carbon fiber rackets.
Is that you, Stubbs, who like just basically anything involving pickles?
Yeah, I do. Picklebacks, Nickelback, anything. Pickles are life, but it's really Zoo on our channel who's the pickle connoisseur. I'm a late adopter of the pickle ideal, the lifestyle, if you will. Pickleball is not played with pickles at all, turns out. Stupid. Ping pong. This is just nerd ping pong. That's all this is.
It's just really large ping pong.
I don't understand it, but I can't knock it till I actually try a game. We probably have that in Portland, Oregon here somewhere.
You can get a ball with your racket for like $2 more. If you
Really?
want the Powkiddy experience.
Well, if I buy this and I take it home, where am I going to practice pickleball at?
You know, you have a
backyard, or-
wall. You just hit it into the wall.
You just have to hit it
bounce
into
back.
any wall.
Yeah, isn't this known as like Mexican handball or something?
Yeah, it's in their detailed
What is
description of
Mexican
what is
handball?
pickleball.
That's what
I
this
think
is?
they pulled this description straight from Wikipedia, by the way.
Has anyone checked this?
Oh no.
Yeah, it says it's a combination of Mexican handball, badminton, table tennis, squash.
So basically all of the racket sports, just rolled into one.
Somehow.
Pretty intense. Does it run RetroArch at all?
Yeah, I don't understand this pivot. What's going on here?
I mean, I guess, is that a good price for a pickleball racket? It's just,
I have no idea.
what if you don't have a wall? Do you have to buy do they sell walls? Do you have to build a wall?
No, I think they've just got this racket and then a cheaper racket.
What's the cheaper one?
Where's the cheaper one?
It's fiberglass. It's on the.
Oh, gross.
If you go into
No.
their catalog,
Give me the carbon fiber.
it'll be in there.
Oh,
Oh, the
yeah.
blue one there.
It's got a nicer design.
Actually, that does look
Oh
nicer.
man, I might
Oh,
get one
yeah.
of these.
Oh, it's
I
only
think I'm gonna
$20?
show up. I'll show those snowbirds a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it $5 more for the carbon fiber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This does look
Is it
cooler, though.
real carbon fiber?
It's
for
got
25
PK
bucks?
on it though. It's got that Powkiddy going.
You can melt down the carbon fiber and reuse it for something better, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but... Oh, sorry, Aish, you're on mute. I'll unmute you.
Oh man.
He's missing out.
Someone said to
Okay.
check the product features, so we probably should do that real quick.
When the racket surface. Oh, widen.
Widen that
Widen
racket
the
surface.
racket surface.
Widen it. Shock absorption and rebound. Wow.
You guys can have precise ball control with this racket.
Aish, what do you think about all this?
I think if you don't have a wall, you probably shouldn't be buying this.
How do you increase the surface?
Fair.
You make it thick.
I like that. Look at that handle though, man. That's nice looking.
Wow. I do happen to have a wall in my backyard because it's a freeway sound barrier wall. But if I lose the pickle and it goes over the wall, then I'm doomed. So I can't climb that wall. But I'm safe from orcs and orc attacks. So that's the good thing when I bought the house.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is okay.
I think we're gonna need a.
Oh, yeah, when
pickleball
you-
review.
When you swing and hit the pickle ball, you got to go, pow, kitty, and smack it.
I think you might lose your voice after a round or two.
Your neighbors are
Oh,
just, what are you doing?
Oh, this is great. Look at this Photoshop job.
Look at how big it is. in
That's the size of her
picture.
body.
What the hell? And the guy, like,
What?
look at the difference in the two pictures, the size of it.
Oh my God.
So either the girl is really small or that guy is massive.
It's a before and after.
Oh,
This is amazing. This is so good. But they also have other sales. They don't. Hey, Ban, I love that you made an affiliate link for this. Listed it here. Is
yeah,
this-
they do have real products for sale, so
They
that's
also have other things though. They have a V90 for $30. You know that's a classic. Got to have that satisfying snap. It's a great clamshell
Get
for
it
the
in
price.
red.
RGB 30. You can get that in yellow now. XU10, by the way, I have. If you guys wanted to see what this is, I just got it a few hours ago. I haven't really put it through its paces, but the XU10 is real and it is showing up now. This is Powkiddy's friend company.
how's the purple look in person?
It looks nice. It looks
darker in the camera, but
yeah, it looks darker in the camera. It's a dark purple, but it kind of looks like the RG353M purple.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a nice.
But
one.
it's a high quality plastic. Of course, it's ribbed.
For someone's pleasure.
Yeah, for whoever buys it, and then you got nice. You have not so nice, non-ergonomic back buttons, really, to be honest.
I like how you
And-
started out with nice and then corrected, not so nice.
Yeah, it felt nice. It felt nice until I realized that it wasn't nice. So, and then okay, what's up with this? There's like a lip camera. Let's get you.
It's
Get you
for
going
it's
here.
for weaponry.
It's the eyebrows.
Yeah, it has
That-
eyebrows.
Yeah.
It just for no reason though.
Wait, what?
It has eyebrows for like it has this
That is weird.
plastic that sticks up a quarter of an inch above the handheld for no apparent reason. It serves no function other than
Oh man.
it has ears.
They wanted to give it full ears, but they had to stop at the brow.
So I'm going to compare this to the R36S. This is an RK3326S device, meaning it's 0.1 megahertz faster than the 3326. That's a real story. Has a backfiring speaker. I'll do a review. It's going to play up to some PSP, Dreamcast, and N64. We all kind of know that. It has an interesting D-pad. It's separated like a PlayStation D-pad. I don't know if that's good or bad yet.
Speaker.
I don't know. It also has a front-firing speaker, though. Look, there's a front-firing one, and then, or maybe that's an air intake. Maybe it's a vent.
That's a vent.
Okay, that's a vent. This is not a review, everybody. I don't know anything about this yet. It'll
It's a great review.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
thanks for the review.
power buttons on the back, restart on the back for some reason. I don't know why. But this company is called Magic X, and it's a friend of Powkiddy's, and they're just selling it on their website. Has a little bump out down there. And I don't know, should we turn it on? No, we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. I'm gonna make a video. Okay, I'll turn it on.
I just wanted to know what kind of boot sequence.
Yeah, me too.
What do we got on here? Magic X.
That's beautiful.
Should I take off the?
I'll keep it on.
No, it's okay. That's
Repeat
okay.
for the stream.
Oh,
Oh, lightning! Look at it go. I wonder if it's already loaded and that screen just delays everything.
maybe.
No, and then it goes back to loading.
Oh, that's slow.
I hope it does this
is.
every time you turn it on.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
It looks like a Pandora's box.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it has the Pandora,
Yeah.
open Pandora software.
it's
And we happen to have
definitely-
Team Pandora in the
Okay.
chat too. So
Oh,
Ooh, Pandora, what is up, man? Here, let's do my overhead cam. That'll be a better.
ooh,
Uh-oh.
it's gotta load again.
Looks like we're loading some PSP is what we're doing.
jeez.
Taking it straight to the max. And can I turn the brightness down? That's what I want to know. And I loaded Angry Birds, apparently.
Oh,
Really testing the limits of this device.
Really are.
that's my favorite PSP game.
Is it a touchscreen too?
No.
Ah,
It has rubber membrane start and select. I don't know about the face buttons are okay. It feels kind of like the RGB 20S. The D-pad is separated. I don't know how that's going to do, but hey, it's something different. It has two very close together analog sticks. You see how close together these are? I don't know if that's good or bad, but they're unusually clumped together.
They look like the cutouts for them look
Yeah, wait, what?
very unnecessarily deep.
Yeah. So it's
Also, if you
recessed. I
push
like that.
your thumbs in towards each other, then I feel like your thumbs will touch.
Oh, it has a fun little LED on the side. That's nice. Does it fit joystick caps for Switch? It does. We'll talk about that soon.
That's weird.
how good are you at Angry Birds?
You beat the first level.
Thank
Congrats.
you. Yeah, I beat a video game on camera finally.
Some kids can't do that.
Finally.
This is the only game Stubbs is good at.
I do like Angry Birds. I mean, I'll be honest. Okay. Goodbye XU10 for now. I'll have to add that to the description. The XU10 is a real thing. I'm happy to hear it. Not touchscreen. We'll compare it against the R35S. And I think that pretty much covers our sales. Also, Retroid, while we're talking about Retroid, they do have a new metal variant for the RP2S that we have some information on. Switch back over to our guy, Rob. That's enough, Angry Birds.
Actually, I don't have that. I'm sorry. I don't have any information on that.
Oh, we have no information on this. It's on our Twitter feed.
Yeah, let me go grab it. Or maybe Bane will beat me
That
to
helps. Let me turn this thing off. There are two USB-C ports on the top, right next to each other. I don't know why. And none on the bottom. They just put them both on top. I don't know. That's not good or bad.
OTG and power, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It's just different. Like my views right now, by the way, everybody, these are not my final views. I'm just kind of poking and prodding at it. It could be really cool. So we'll have to see.
I can't find it.
Oh, but the most important thing, though, it comes with this fun purple
Oh, here it is.
suede. It comes with a suede pouch. Yeah. Gunmetal Retroid Pocket 2S, written by Raven Mage.
I like that gunmetal gray. It looks nice.
It's clean.
Yeah,
It is.
I like it.
It's going to be... I'm not a huge fan of metal handhelds, but I think this is a cool idea. As long as they can get the Wi-Fi to work through the shell okay, then and come in under $200, this is neat. And I think a lot of people are going to like it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think they'll be able to get the Wi-Fi working. They did that with the RP3 Plus metal.
Mhm.
I might have to get it too.
I don't know. I'm debating it.
Look, it's nice having the option. You know, I think for people who are like metal handhelds, it's there.
I mean, my first handheld from any of these companies was a metal one from Anbernic, so I mean, it's like coming home.
Oh, that's interesting. So is it confirmed actually a metal device, or is it like a metal feeling device?
Oh, it's metal.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just playing Angry Birds. Okay. So... No, this is cool though. We'll have to find out more about it. I don't know when soon is. When is soon? I'm guessing around Christmas, but
Yeah,
we'll
I'd
see
say, yeah. Though it's gonna be a pretty heavy handheld.
Yeah. Again, it's good for defense, which is great. Nice to have a weapon on you for any problems, especially with Sujano out in the woods so much. You have your bear spray, I'm sure, but having a metal handheld is going to be key.
Take that, bear. Just throw that right at it.
Yeah, and he'll be like, "Oh, sweet, 60 FPS in GoldenEye. Thanks."
Angry Birds on there too for it. Good to go.
60 FPS.
That might be pushing it.
I mean, we can dream.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure there's a mod out there. The other exciting thing this week is the RG Arc from Anbernic. There's an official promo video out today, and they're showing us what this floating D-pad situation is, and the 6-button Sega Saturn Genesis love child of emulation here. And some of the colorways are pretty cool. This one didn't tickle my fancy, but I like the Sega one. You like the white one? I like the black one, actually.
I like
I have a lot of
Game
nostalgia
Gears.
for the white Saturn.
Oh yeah, the white Saturn. There you go. Maybe that's what that's kind of emulating.
Well, it's funny because we know what this chipset can do, and it's not going to do full Saturn emulation. So it's kind of like
3566, right? Same as the 353P and all that.
Yeah,
it's kind of this interesting hybrid between the Genesis and Saturn controllers. It's kind of funny.
The transparent blue is nice too. They have two versions, so they have one with Android and Linux, and then one with just Linux and less RAM.
I think it's funny they locked the transparent ones behind the single OS option this time.
Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
That's weird, actually. Yeah. I mean, I'd
because
probably go.
there's going to be some of us crazy enough to buy each version of it.
I don't
Swap
know.
the shells out.
I mean, I could see getting maybe the blue one for the single, and then I like the black one for the dual. But I can't own both of those. And that'd be
I
crazy,
kind of actually
right?
want to mess around with the dual one because I like messing around in Android as well.
I know. And the dual one should have touchscreen too, because I'm
does,
sure it's
yeah.
the same panel as the.
Yeah,
It's multi-touch. Yeah.
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 Okay.
If it's an option, I always go Android.
Well, the fact that we're even seeing this official promo today means you know that it's going to be in
It's
reviewers'
close.
hands in
It's
the next
close.
week or two. It's so close.
Yeah.
It's probably
So
This, just like the RGB30, like I'm excited for this type of handheld because it's different than what we're used to seeing. Like it's a new form factor, it's a new layout. A new chip is always exciting, but in these lower end handhelds, there's only so much you can really do. So seeing something like this to me is more exciting than just having a slightly more powerful chip.
yeah, I think so too. And that form factor is interesting. That floating D-pad is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
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 I'm surprised they did their own take on the D-pad. I guess maybe they were having trouble recreating the Genesis style D-pad.
I'm very curious to see if it's just a joystick with the D-pad top on it, or if it's actually a D-pad.
That's
funny.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
It reminds
It's
me of a
Android
very
and
old
it's
handheld.
RG36, so
It reminds
that
me
side
of
maybe it's
view?
like a hey, what if you like a Vita stick? It just
what's
has
the
that on
side?
top of it.
Side view of the
yeah,
The
we go
D-pad.
back.
Yeah, just there's something about it.
Yeah, right there.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a floating cap. It's kind of
So is that a joystick? Then has to be, right?
It could be.
Or
It's
eight-way
interesting.
D-pad?
It reminds me of
Watch
the
it be a
No, 'cause,
slider. That'd be
it
It
hilarious.
reminds me of the Neo Geo Pocket for some reason. I don't know
It's not
why.
another slider.
The
Oh,
D-pad
God, no,
on
no
the
sliders,
Retroflex
no.
Sega controller looks like that too. So it might be a D-pad, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that they wouldn't put any type of stick if it's an Arcade 3566.
Yeah.
So it
I think it's
reminds
going to
me
make or
of
break the device.
the GP32. It reminds me of the old handheld GP32. It has like kind of floating D-pad. I wonder if it's clicky or anything like that.
Oh,
If it was clicky, I'd be
In
happy
one of the
with that.
videos, it looks like it is.
Like the Xbox Elite controller, that'd be so cool.
if it's clicky, I gotta get all four.
You know, these
That's great.
floating D-pads are great. I really like it. This is a
Kind of.
mystery controller, by the way. You'll see a video from me out tomorrow on this. I'm becoming a fan of the floating D-pads, though.
Well,
Right.
look at this D-pad. This is what I'm talking about. This is the GP32, and
Oh,
that D-pad is kind of the same idea. It has a floating cap on it, but this one's really clicky. So I'm just
yeah.
kind of curious, like.
What is
Yeah.
that and where can I get it?
I don't
That's
think
the
you-
original retro handheld. It's like one of the
Yeah.
first emulation
I
devices.
have a video in the making for it for the past 6 months. It's something I need to get back to, doing some more retrospectives, but this is one I've been wanting
Yeah.
to cover for a long time, since this is kind of the granddaddy of it all. So, yeah.
It's like if
It's
the
incredible.
leapfrog pad grew up. That's what it looks like.
Hey, give us some slack. It's pretty old. It's 20,
No, I
20
like
years
it.
old.
That's why
Yeah,
I was asking, like, where can I
yeah.
get one? I want one.
eBay, man, eBay. You gotta just go to eBay.
eBay has all
eBay's-
your needs.
Well, I don't have a GP32, but I'd like to try one once. I think they're
I am really curious about this D-pad though, because I think a lot of people were commenting about the Arc's D-pad.
I think if the D-pad can pull it off and it's a satisfying experience, that people are going to forgive the fact that they're getting yet another 3566 device. But I don't know. And the price point is the other thing. Is this going to be under $100?
I think so.
Maybe for the S, but
I
not
think for the S.
for the dual. It's going to be probably 130 or so.
I hope not.
That's a tough sell.
It's gonna
Without
be.
a stick, I really
Yeah.
hope it's not. I hope it's
gonna-
like
it's-
$9.99 and like $75 for the other one.
They're going to try, but you know, the first 48 hours are going to be on a sale.
Yeah.
After that, I'm sure it's going to be. I don't know. I'm
I
more
bet-
Because if this
more
is
excited
over
for the S.
and the 405V is like what, like 150? Like it's a
Yeah.
hard sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
bet you this goes live like during Anbernic's actual 11/11 sale.
That's
They've done
not a
it-
bad take.
They've done it in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They released a handheld like smack dab in the middle of the week.
Which for them makes no sense. You think they want to clear out some of the older stuff first, and then like the day after launch the new thing.
Rob, come on. They don't care.
I know.
They don't
I know.
care.
They have no plan, and they just churn these things out. I know.
Yeah, they just throw darts at the wall and hey,
Some-
that's
I
okay.
know.
Sometimes we'll get a tracking number for like a review unit a few days after we get it. And then we're like, oh, thanks. Video's already out, actually. Here's the link to it.
Yeah,
Oh,
could be on the way. I would hope so. I have it right here.
I have no idea, but I'm sure that I heard at least Joey mention that his unit's on the way, so that makes me
Yeah.
feel like there's probably more out there. Got to
this is gonna be
reach
fun.
out.
It's probably
to-
going to show up sometime next week because you know how it is with the promos. Once this kind of promo comes out, it's pretty close.
usually. And then
Yeah.
what was it? The RG Nano that actually was delayed, I think, a while past the promo, where I was kind of like eating my words. I'm like, actually, this is taking a bit longer than I thought. No, maybe it was the 405V. It was the one after the RG Nano. Anyways, Anbernic releases a lot of devices every year, and sometimes it's hard to keep up. This one, as far as my nostalgia for Sega goes, yeah, it's cool. I'm not
We
totally
got
stoked
six
on it
face
yet, but
so that's kind of a big deal though. So
Yeah.
I haven't really had that. Yeah.
I'm interested though. I want to see
same.
what that D-pad's about.
Yeah. It's going to make
Okay.
or break it. I mean, if that D-pad is fantastic, I could see it floating into other devices as well. But
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad Sega fans are finally getting something. I've seen the comments for a long time.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Everything we get is Nintendo theme. Now
Mhm.
finally the Sega fans get something.
Yeah,
And after
for
playing
sure.
around with the RetroFlect controller, I'm pretty excited for this. Like this, it's a new form factor. That's just what I like. I like that we're getting like new, different, weird handhelds.
Yeah. Yeah. I like weird.
Yeah.
Weird's good. We just don't want e-waste. That's all.
Please, no more e-waste.
We just don't
Oh,
want e-waste.
there's more of that coming.
No.
Yeah.
That's never gonna stop.
Hey, you guys, we don't really need to talk about the R36S, but I see it's on our list here. Oh yeah, hey, there's my video.
Hey, I know that
did
table.
did a quick review of that bad boy this morning, and I like it though. I don't think it's e-waste. I do not think it's e-waste. I think for $47, $50, it's a solid RK3326S, and it's still being debated in the comments of, is it an S or a not an S? And I keep saying it doesn't matter. It is a 0.1 megahertz difference between those two processors, right, Bam?
Well, that and the incredibly useful, neural processing unit that's in the S.
Oh, there's a neural processing unit.
An NPU.
What is that?
I don't know. They just have it.
That sounds like something very sketchy.
I mean,
What did you bring into your home?
It's processing your Angry Birds.
oh, thank you, Shane. That's thank you for your donation. That's very kind. The R36S is still not as good as the RGB20S in my mind, even though it's cheaper. Just the buttons are still stiff. The joysticks, they move down in the bottom, so that's cool. But, it's not going to change anybody's minds if they weren't crazy about the sort of low-end budget, I don't know, Arc OS machine,
It's just funny that we've been getting clones of these RGB20S devices.
Well, why that handheld? Yeah, why did that handheld
Well, because that was the TikTok
latch
famous
on?
one, that's why.
It became famous on TikTok with influencers over there.
Yeah.
And then we got it over here. And we reviewed it before the TikTok stuff, a lot of the tech reviewers, and everyone sort of slept on it. They're like, the sticks are down at the bottom. It's not really comfortable or ergonomic. And then it goes viral, goes huge. Other companies start cloning it. And now the clones are interesting to talk about, but it's kind of like, why this device?
I like
I
that
don't know.
purple though.
But I think all of that, I'm going to mute you, Aish. Sorry, buddy. Aish is at a hotel right now on vacation with his family in fine health. And but we thank him for joining us today on this episode. But there was some kerfuffles happening. I don't know if an airplane or a dog was attacking him, but this thing is having the sticks on bottom. Now it's more like the RG353 VS, and it is more comfortable, and the screen looks nice. We still don't know who makes it. That's the problem.
It's
No
made by
idea.
console.
It's just
Very
called
similar
Gamecom.
to.
Oh yeah. Let me pull up your screen there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the Anbernic though. This is the it's not
Yeah,
showing very well on the
That's
screen, but
good stuff, right? there.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
the
quality
353V.
handheld though.
It is really nice. Yeah.
It's my go-to for traveling if I'm just needing
great.
something in my pocket.
And you like the sticks on there? Okay.
No, they're awful.
You just ignore them.
I mean, they function, they work. It's very uncomfortable to use them. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but like if I'm using the sticks on a device like this, I have to hold it like wrong and it's taxing. And then
How do you hold it?
Getting to the,
Yeah.
if I'm using the sticks, I got to hold it up. So
Yeah.
I'm not like craning, right? So I just hold it up and then I got one hand kind of like this. I don't know if that's hard to see, but
No.
one hand's low instead of like that on the D-pad.
I get
it's
that.
on here. It's not comfortable. And then it makes the L1 and L2 buttons not overly great to use.
Yeah, I feel you there. And at least they have the joysticks. They're a bit further towards
I was
the.
going to say that the sticks are so far out. That
They're
seems
look
even
wide.
worse.
Well,
It's
look how
even
wide
worse.
that is compared to compared
What is
to.
going on?
It's one extreme or the
I need
other.
to turn on my light. Turn on my light here.
What kind of hands are
What
they
is
using when they
this?
mold the plastic for these things? And those are too far in.
Yeah, look how close these are in compared to this.
It's like a hammerhead shark.
That's like,
You
what is
got-
going on
let's
with all
let's
these?
do a grip test on this. So here's how I have to hold this one. And if I use the sticks, I'm gonna do like that.
Yeah, now try using the L and R buttons when you're using the sticks. Is that
Oh no. No, that's
That's
not gonna
awful.
work for me.
That looks
Oh,
so-
reaching over to L2 R2.
Oh,
Oh no.
that looks
Oh,
so
no.
uncomfortable.
This one, let's see if this one's better. No, that's even worse. No.
Can you get to the L2?
It's even more awkward. Ah. I don't understand why we had to do this, but it's fine. It's good.
You know which one is comfortable though?
What? The D007 is fairly comfortable, but everything else is wrong about it. But it is fairly comfortable. I know.
It's just because it's got those curves. The curves.
Yeah, the curves work.
You can't deny
The
it.
curves are great. I mean,
That
it's a beauty.
that was an interesting
It's
clone
real thick.
device, except for they botched the software so badly that it made it e-waste that nobody wants that thing. I can't even give it away. I've given it away. I've offered it for free to 3 different people now who all said no. Maybe it was because
That's
I licked-
because you did something to
maybe
it.
because I licked hot sauce off it on one of our live stream challenges. Yes. That was one time, and I cleaned it down afterwards. I'm not a slob.
I bet you if I offer mine up, someone will take it. I haven't touched it.
I will
with
be
my-
so offended if someone takes yours for free and not mine. But that's okay.
Hot sauce versus no hot sauce.
We'll see which one's gonna win. Okay, great. The R36S, it's another clone. Be stoked. It actually is pretty good. The M17 though, this thing also on the verge of e-waste, but not because it's getting custom firmware in Batocera. So there is. Let's see, Mr. Rob, you got the visual there. Yes.
Yes, I do.
Well, this is fresh too. 22 hours ago.
Yeah,
Mm,
this just
brand new.
happened. Yeah,
and Sleepy.
this is exciting. Actually, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, Sleepy was covering this in his channel there. And this is in development by Acme Plus and Octothorpe. And this unlocks more potential from this device. I mean, you're not getting clickable L3R3, unfortunately, which is the deal breaker for me. But if you think about it from the perspective of, okay, neither did the Vita, sure. But it is only about $35 to $40 and it plays N64. So, and with this firmware, I think you're doing what? Some Dreamcast and PSP too, right?
for about 45.
Probably like
minutes.
2. Yeah, I would say probably 2D PSP games. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's fun
That's kind of neat though. That's
for the
really
value.
cool.
And this is a comfy little guy. You know, has a nice little IPS screen.
This is the kind of stuff I love seeing. You know, when you take a device and
Yeah.
start to excited.
Yeah, it's unlock its potential. It's what we all wanted from the Data Frog.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
this one kind of came out of nowhere, and it's kind of
I might
blowing up
actually
right
get
now.
it now.
Yeah, right. I know
Yeah.
the D-pad is horrible. Like it is just
I mean,
truly
everything
bad.
about it looks not great.
It's truly
but yeah.
bad, and the sticks are not great either. But they're just simple switch style non-clickable sticks.
Yeah.
But the face buttons are really nice, and the shoulders aren't too bad, and the screen is nice.
I
and it
feel like
has-
with
it
Batocera
has-
coming to it though, people are going to come out with some good mods for the D-pad and probably swap out the sticks and do all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff with it.
The thing
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
the
The
thing
How much
community
are
is gonna make
the
it.
sticks raised on that device? They look sitting up real high.
They are, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
unfortunately
I
not
prefer
recessed.
that personal.
Really? All right.
Yep.
It's fine. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
as
agree
opposed to
with
something
Aish.
like the
I agree with
RG505 where it's super recessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to take them out with me, I'm probably going to put them in a case. I don't really put them in my pocket.
Yeah.
And it's just more
Yeah.
comfortable to have a raised stick versus something that's super flat. It's one of the things I didn't like about the original Odin.
It's
I'm
hard to
okay.
go back to the original Odin after the Odin 2. It's really hard.
Yeah, agreed there. And you know what? I'm okay with recessed sticks personally, just because you're going to collect less lint and it's not going to get caught in stuff. Like big sticks that pop out up over the shell, I get caught in my watch somehow. Like, how does this always happen? There's always shenanigans that.
How are you playing? Like,
Yeah, what are you
well, because
doing?
okay. You know, I have a toddler. So my hands and arms are always just awkwardly weird parts of my space here, trying to block him from hurting himself or knocking stuff over. And it's just, I'm always catching my watch on stuff. And
going hard on Angry Birds level 3.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not good. I can't figure out how to turn off the XU10, by the way, but we'll get there. I'll get there eventually. It's a skill issue.
Is it still running?
It's still running. Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
playing Alien Syndrome now for PSP, which is a great game, by the way.
That is a good game.
I've been trying to spend this whole time figuring out how the hell to turn it on. Oh, it's just the button in the back. I forgot about that. It's fine. It's good. Anyways, Miyoo Mini V4 software update is out to make the screen resolution. Where's my V4 on XU10 came back to life. Why is it still alive? Stop turning on. Stop it. This is 2023. No means no. Now, the Miyoo Mini V4 is pretty. I like it. I finally got one in blue, but the screen's bigger than the V3. And so they finally wrote software to make use of the full screen resolution. I don't know, Rob, if you have a visual for that one, but
No, I do not.
I believe it's from, and if someone from Onion OS is in the chat or knows about this development, this is the one I didn't have a lot of time to read up on today, but I believe it's Onion OS new version based off of a firmware released by Miyoo.
That out recently. Let me see.
And yeah, if you know anything about it, but I wanted to give some love to the Onion OS team. One of their devs was in our chat, I think a week ago. Like, you guys talk about garlic. Where's the onion love? I'm like, you know what? That's fair. I love Onion OS. The problem is, the reason why I don't talk about it as much is just because I absolutely love my RG35XX so much that I tend to talk more about garlic. So I wanted to say, just like in the past, my disclaimer, I don't hate Kirby. I also don't hate onion. Onions are pretty good. They're not gross. So Onion OS version 4.2.3 is out. And I know the team was celebrating a big milestone too. So just congrats to the Onion team. You can download this now on their GitHub. And this is the version I think that uses the newest for V4, Rob, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I need to load this on and actually do a review of this newest version 4. I think it's neat. They actually made the back buttons more tactile and a little more responsive. So maybe you don't need to put better buttons in there. And it's pretty slick. I played it for a few minutes and I thought the resolution looked really good already, but hey, let's see.
Is that the version that has the DS games? DS support, I'm sorry.
DS support?
Yeah.
I need to follow the Miyoo Mini progress more. I that's amazing if that's true.
Yeah, you can play
based off Batocera?
No, see, I think it's still on Onion though. I'm not sure. That's what I was asking. I know that you can play DS on it now. I just don't know which OS it is.
I'm Googling that right now.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, T Pandora is saying that. Yeah, Onion OS added DS support.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think Shem covered that.
Black
Yeah,
Seraph, you're gonna have to step it up, man.
Shem
Oh,
covered
man.
that, and
Yeah,
I
Shem
think
covered that. Yeah.
he mostly mentioned, you're not going to get a whole lot of the high-end DS, and you got to be okay without touchscreen. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just still cool to be.
it's impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's super
There's
impressive
pretty
for this
Super
chipset.
Mario Bros is gonna work, and maybe the
Yeah.
Pokemon games, like those play pretty well without a touchscreen, so that should work.
Yeah.
Dude, the XU10 does not turn off.
You just have to run it dry.
Run and try,
Can't
yeah.
stop, won't
Throw it out
stop.
the window. Play
Just
pickleball.
keeps
with it,
turning
you'd be
back
okay.
on.
You might be good at pickleball with it.
Oh man. Maybe I could use it for pickleball.
Is it the paddle or the ball?
I don't. No, I think it's the paddle. It's the paddle. It doesn't feel like e-waste. I don't have anything truly bad to say about it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Miyoo Mini though, guys, I gotta apologize to everybody. I need to use this handheld more. I didn't realize you could play DS on it now. Where have I been?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I need to hop back on that Miyoo train.
Yep.
Especially now that they finally are, making them again. The original ones.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Yeah, I finally feel comfortable taking mine out again.
Before it was just a shame device
no.
you kept in your drawer. You didn't tell anyone about.
No, before it was, I don't want to take this anywhere because I'm gonna break it.
Yeah.
And then have to pay $200 for a new one.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with mine. Broke one, and then I have a Frankenmini now because I put like two, like the V1 and a V2 together, which don't
Yeah.
come together.
Franken.
Oh, we
Hit it
gotta
right,
look at
so-
that. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Right here, right?
Yeah. Let's
Look at this.
Oh,
What
it's
is
Frankenmini.
this? What is this? So they made a
The greatest thing I've ever seen personally.
a
It's
Tate
amazing.
mode
I love it.
situation here. It looks like a Nokia N gauge.
It's
Did wait? Did Shem make this? Does this Shem's design? Did he post this?
So I have the Reddit page here for it.
What
Yeah.
is this?
Oh my god.
It's amazing. Though.
It's real. I thought it was just
Oh,
a
it's-
Photoshop.
no,
they
it's
fused-
100%
They
real. Yeah.
fused two Miyoo Minis together to do this.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Thought it was Photoshop.
I
too.
think I saw like a render of this
Oh,
on Reddit.
why?
Like, that's
What is
ridiculous. I
going
don't think
on?
This is crazy.
It's
Is
the
it
Switch
sad?
2. There we go.
Is it sad it's not the weirdest handheld I've seen?
That's incredible, man. That's
I
incredible.
want one.
I'll take 3.
They heard you like D-pads. Here's 2 of them.
Yeah.
They just put the light controller on a Miyoo Mini.
Breathe stuff.
Oh.
Breathe.
Sorry. I'm crying a little bit.
This is great. This is great.
You know,
Are you
this,
kidding me?
this has surprised me with this community. Yeah. It's
Dual speakers. It's an upgrade.
Dual speak.
It's got stereo speakers now.
So,
Hey, they're front firing just from opposite corners.
This is incredible. You know what? You know what this reminds me of as far as those
Amazing.
D-pads go? The 8-bit dough double D-pad situation here on the 8-bit dough Lite.
Of course,
Yeah.
you've got
I
it in
mean-
yellow.
I mean, of course they got it in yellow. So what? Okay, so you have to track down two. This is a V3, two V3s merged together.
I'm assuming you could probably do it with the V4.
With the
as
V4. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
because it's a different screen though. Like it's
Yeah.
going to be the dimensions are going to be different, right? It's going to be a little bit wider.
Just slightly.
so the buttons are duplicated. Does that mean the software just registers the same button presses either side, or is it?
I think it would.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's essentially just one mini board,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
controls on the other one are just connected to the
I mean,
other.
this is pretty.
Yeah,
This is pretty impressive stuff
It-
going on.
It's
here.
really impressive. I mean, this
Yeah.
is-
That's
wonder if-
dedication.
I
That's
wonder if it's going to
dedication.
become popular. You know, I wonder if people are going to take this on, and we're going to see more of this. I mean, maybe it's a really
Yeah, I mean,
comfortable
look at that. That's
design.
can I send two
Uh.
different color minis to one person and see what I get?
Well, we do have, if you join the RH Patreon, we do have at the $10 tier one-time hardware modification service done by Eames. Eames, I'm sorry in advance about this,
Okay, I'm redeeming mine now.
but he has the soldering skills to do crazy stuff like this. So I mean,
I need one of these.
that
Now, if you had 2 screens, you could do head-to-head. Just attached.
you could, yeah.
You can have a link up play.
Permalink.
Great.
I just in my mind, I imagine sort of like conjoined twins or something. Like it's just, I just can't be comfortable. It can't be comfortable. But hey,
I love it.
I'm more and more I'm in love with this community and the scene and the creativity that you see in the dedication. You know, because somebody had 2 Miyoo Minis and thought, I could build this into one wide
This is
Miyoo
super
Mini
mini
thing.
Super Miyoo.
It's
A wide
incredible.
Well, it's
Love it.
gloriously awful, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
cocktail mode handheld.
So cool. I love it.
incredible. Hey, speaking of Miyoo, we also have some fresh shots of the new Miyoo Flip. So this is their clamshell that they've added joysticks to.
Oh yeah.
So you thought that you liked the Powkiddy V90? Well, buckle up, because look at this. They've added sticks, and probably way cooler than that device with a TF or a IPS screen, I'm guessing. So
How are they doing the L1 R1 buttons on this? Are they just
have a back shot of it?
do we not
haven't
have a
seen
back
that,
shot?
No, but we have the renders. I think they're just in line like the V90 was.
Yeah.
Okay.
This looks exactly like the renders.
I wonder how the joysticks are going to feel.
Horrible.
No. Oh, well, they're recessed. I think it's cool that they're there.
I think someone contacted the Miyoo support, and they might be like actual.
Yeah,
sticks.
on Twitter. Game Boy. I don't know. Yeah.
Juntaro,
Somebody
yeah.
Oh
tweeted-
yeah,
yeah.
I follow him on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
super on top of this stuff. I think
Nice to
these are his posts, actually. But there's a few other shots that were on his Twitter.
Let me see. I can
see.
go back.
I guess it's nice that they're there if it's
Oh,
true
maybe
that they're
not.
going to be using an RQ3566.
So friend Fost.
Yeah.
Mr.
Like, wait,
Fall.
did not
Oh,
go
there's
back to
Fost.
post. That's okay. Give
We
some
haven't
credit.
seen him in a while. I'll just check in with
Oh,
him.
he's
He's
noticed
back.
that.
Yeah.
42-inch cheese pizza pie. So catchy. I love that theme song. Those are Switch sticks, though. They did confirm that those are Switch sticks,
Oh, here we
meaning that they're compatible with joystick caps.
Just don't close the handheld with them on.
No.
Here we have a back shot. Right now.
Hey, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Sticks
Yeah.
in there.
Wait,
So
so
what's
what's on the
the-
side there?
What's the guts in there? Is it the same as the P60 was going to be?
No, I think the rumor says it's going to be a 3566.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they said that a while
okay.
back. That's what I was saying. Like, if it's a
Oh,
35,
right.
I
Yeah.
went too far down.
I get why the sticks are there.
Yeah.
So,
I was trying to see if
Yeah.
there's other shots. Okay.
yeah,
Even
there
from
it
an accessibility reason, I mean, like if you're trying to play a game and you need the stick, it's there, right? It just
Yep.
doesn't lock you out from the game. So,
is. Ape Escape.
or not lock you out, but cause you headaches.
I like
It's gonna
it.
be the definitive Ape Escape machine.
You know, the Game Boy Advanced SP was my favorite of those handhelds from Nintendo in that time period, man. The SP design I thought was really cool. So this is nostalgic for me. Mega Man and Bass I played for the first time on an SP. I'm like, dude, this is the future back in 2001. So this is
It's all.
It would have been really cool if they had a 3x2 screen.
missed
That would've
opportunity.
been perfect. Yeah,
This is
Oh.
4x3, right?
I think so. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be the same screen as the 3 Plus, which isn't bad. I mean, Game Boy Advance still looks really good there, but it would have just been like a cool little nod to where they're getting their inspiration from.
Okay.
Quick question: in that
Yeah.
back picture, is there only one shoulder button on each side?
No, there's
It
another
looks
one. You
like
can
it.
see it on
Yeah.
the side.
It
Oh,
just
there's two?
looks
It's
like
the R2 looks like it's really small next to it.
Yeah,
See?
it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's it right there. Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna
Ooh.
imagine it's not there.
that's.
It's gonna be a
I
hot.
feel like I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
it's
the
that
same with the other
function.
side, so I think it is both of them. And,
Well, this side looks like it's got nothing there for some reason.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's an
weird.
early unit, so I'm guessing it's
Yeah,
still missing
yeah,
parts. But really, most of the games you're gonna want to play on this, you're probably not gonna use the sticks in R2 L2 a whole lot. So it's nice that they're there, but you probably won't have a lot of uses for them. So
And if you don't need
Not a big deal.
sticks, if you don't need sticks, there's another handheld out there coming
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
That's right. Anbernic is making the Clambernic,
Of course they are.
That's
Or-
the one I want.
the Clambernic SP. This
Yeah.
thing, and someone was saying it would be good if it was named the 353 PSP, or no, the 353 SP, I think it was, and which would be a solid name. It's got to have the 3566.
Is it going to have a 3.5-inch screen? I guess that it looks like it.
That'd be
would.
cool.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Likely.
Yeah.
so this looks basically like a GBA SP with 2 extra
Yeah.
buttons, and
Yeah.
yeah.
They even have it rotated like to
Yeah.
the angle of an SP.
yeah. It's,
I'm way more excited about this one.
yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if they're going to make a metal version, because that right there, the render looks
Ooh,
looks like it's going to be metal.
a metal
that'd be
version.
Oh, that would be
interesting.
cool. That would be cool.
Take my money.
And I'm sure it's going to
that would
be,
cool.
depending on the chipset, maybe we can get it under $100. It's going to have to be, right?
Watch this have the same chip as the 35XX.
Watch it run the RG Nano software.
Oh god.
That wouldn't be a bad thing.
No, yeah, it's fun. Fun key S is can't knock it, but this is cool. This is really, and I don't need for my SP. I don't need joysticks.
Nope.
So what do you guys think about sticks versus no sticks, anyways? Like, what's the ultimate? What's your final takeaways on that? I'm more and more realizing that I'm okay with the D-pad only life, even with PS1 shooters. You know what converted me is the 35XX, wherever that is. The 35XX didn't have joysticks, and it was my favorite software experience. And so I was just playing through games that normally I use sticks on and enjoying them just fine without. So Spyro, Medal of Honor, Twisted Metal, all fine without a stick, really.
I feel like if it only goes up to PS1, I'm good without the sticks. I have no use for them.
Yeah. N64, though.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Single slider. There you go.
I think
3DS.
that's all we need. I don't personally need the sticks, honestly. Even on the RGB 30, I've barely touched them.
Yeah.
You really don't. I mean,
like to me, it's like if it's there and
Great.
it's not increasing the price of anything, it's cool. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I mean, because even if you look at the Miyoo version, it doesn't really look like it's impacting the way the D-pad and the face buttons are laid out. So, you know, it's I guess it's nice to have it there for certain games that it could play, like Ape Escape would be a cool example. But yeah, I mean, if it weren't there, I'd be okay with it too.
As long
I guess
as
it depends too on
handheld. Yeah, it should have sticks on it. But if it's not going to be your only handheld, if you're in a position like us where we have multiple ones, I can go either way. I don't really care, and I would prefer it without the sticks. This is 3D games. I probably want a bigger screen anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think it also depends on how good the D-pad is and kind of what games you're playing. Like if it's a mushy, non-precise D-pad, and for example, if you're trying to play a fighting game, sometimes the stick is actually easier to use if it's an awful D-pad. Sometimes what I'll end up doing too, if for example, I took this one with me on my last vacation, and when I was on the flight, my thumb was pretty tired, so I mapped. Wow, it's really hard to see. Anyways, I mapped L1 and R1. I was playing Super Nintendo, and I just mapped them to the L1 and R1 to R1 and R2, and then
there
just
you go.
I held it and used the. I was playing Star Fox, and I was just using the joystick because I was lazy. But it was. I guess it depends on whether or not it's a good D-pad, whether or not you play games that require a joystick, like an N64 game or something like that. But realistically here, if you're playing anything like you guys were saying, PS1 and less, I'm okay with just a D-pad. Like there's no need for joystick. But
you're not pining for Ape Escape, right?
I'm okay.
Okay.
It's true. Like, I mean, if you really need Ape Escape, I mean, yeah, there's just so many ways to play it, I guess, you know.
There are a lot of other options.
Yeah. I could see it being a deal breaker for somebody out there, though. That's the funny thing.
Could
no
be.
Ape Escape, no buy, you know. Yeah.
It's a serious thing. People,
people are
up in arms.
Is a problem too. I mean, that's another.
Well,
thing. There's a lot of arcade games that use both the sticks, so that's kind of fun. You miss out on that.
You are. Yeah, you're gonna lock yourself out of an entire range of games. But you know what it does? It focuses you on playing those platformers and giving them the best experience. It really focuses you. So I think there's a case to be made there. But I'm also like you guys, where it's like, if the sticks are there, great, I'll use them. Even a single stick like the RG351V was really cool to have. Even the RG280M, just a single stick, cool, nice to have that. Some games feel more comfortable that way. You can kind of lazily slide your character along. But I don't know. If you're a fighting fan, I think D-pad's life. I don't know, Sujano, you're probably the guy. If any of us,
D-pad is life. D-pad is absolute life for that. But
see, I never understood that, because for me, like most of my experience with fighting games was in arcades. That's a stick. I know it's an 8 direction, but still it's a stick. So like this whole thing where, oh no, you need a D-pad for fighting games, I just never understood it.
Well, I guess it depends, right? Like I've got fight sticks. I've got I got one right here actually. The new way of doing things, and this is really hard to. That's the new version of fight stick right there. The Hitbox or all button controller, whatever you call it, right?
What?
So yeah, so I don't know if you can see here. So that's right, down. Wait, left, down, right. I'm looking in the camera doing this, so I'll look this way. Left, down, right. You got up. You got all your punch buttons at the top here, and then you've got your kick buttons down below. And this is a lot faster than a joystick, right? Yeah. If I'm going to go left and right on here, that's way faster than I can, move the move a joystick. So,
and I know arcade sticks aren't they're not analog; they're 8-way, so it makes sense. But still, like the movement to me in a fighting game like Street Fighters or Marvel vs. Capcom just feels more natural with the stick than with the D-pad. So
I guess it depends if they're designed with the stick in mind, right? I think in terms of being precise and trying to get moves out, D-pad's very precise, right? Like there is no questioning where the position of that D-pad is. Whereas if you got a stick trying to play a game that was designed for a D-pad, I think you can get. If you're playing casual, I don't think it matters. But if you're trying to play with like the difficulty cranked up or something like that, it's and trying to perform complex combos, I think that the D-pad, or some people are very good with the stick, but if it's not designed with a stick in mind, I would argue you're more prone to errors. But for casual, just like arcade play, it's fine.
Yeah. Even for those, I prefer more like a mushy D-pad style versus that clicky D-pad for arcade fighting games.
That's fair too. Everyone's got the preferences. I mean, the guy who won Evo for Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the arcade edition, used an Xbox 360 D-pad. And people were looking at that being like, what the hell are you doing? And because they have all these expensive joysticks and people were using like PS2 controllers and stuff like that. And he's got this like arguably a very, very polarizing D-pad and a mushy D-pad. And he was doing very precise stuff. So, I mean, stuff that you had to be frame perfect on, absolute frame perfect. It's, not a little bit of leeway. It was he had to react frame perfect, execute frame perfect, and he was doing that with a freaking Microsoft Xbox 360 D-pad. Couldn't believe it.
Man, it's amazing. Game is game. Like if you're good at the game, you're good at the game.
It's true. I mean, yeah. Well, that's good stuff. Okay.
I could talk for hours on that stuff, so I'll shut up right now.
No, I think it's interesting. I mean, people asked. This was a fan request saying, "Hey, would you guys talk about this? What do you think about sticks?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is probably the episode to ask." Yeah, it really is. I mean, I think it depends each handheld or each device. Like, is it done well in context of that device? Yes or no? I mean, I think there's a lot of ways you can do this stuff. There's a lot of ways to control a character.
Like when evaluating a handheld. Yeah, when evaluating a handheld, the very first thing I do is check the D-pad out, and I'll go into a fighting game and just take a look at it, and it's like, okay, is this possible? Is this feasible? And if it's not, then the device to me completely, it's not something I'd be willing to use, if that makes sense.
See, that's one of the first things I look at.
No, I think that's good to be fussy though. You got to have high standards. There's so many devices that you got to have high standards now because we have this crazy selection of choices out there. I don't know though. Have you ever dealt with blowback from these companies at all? If you say, hey, this thing just sucks, do you ever get that where they bother you? They're like, take it down. We haven't run into that yet so far.
So I've gotten less requests for reviews on things. Really? So I'm very fair and very honest. And I try to phrase it in a nice way. Like, if I don't like something, it doesn't mean everybody won't like it. It's all relative and what everyone prefers. But generally, if I'm giving it a bad review, I'll let them know right away before I put it up. And I'll say, listen, like, I'm not recommending this device. Do you want me to put the review up or not? And then they'll say, well, what don't you like about the device? And I'll tell them. Right. And then that's that. And it's, if they want the review, great. If they don't, I'm happy not posting it, but I'm not going to talk about it. And at the end of the day, a lot of the companies have not a lot, maybe a couple of them anyways. I posted the review anyway, and then they saw the video, did not like it, and asked me to take it down. And I said, no, like you agreed for me to post this. You agreed for my fair and honest opinion. And I'm not standing behind something just for, don't just give me a free product expecting I'm going to be jumping over the fences because I got it. It's
right.
I'm taking this seriously. I'm reviewing it, and my name's on this review. So, it's my integrity here that I value more than the product.
Yeah. And if you go down that road, the shadow path, and you lose trust from your audience once, you will never get that back. That integrity stuff. It is more important than everything else. And, that should be a badge of honor if a company is like, I'm not sending you devices anymore. And I'm sure they're not going to say that either. You're just maybe not going to hear from them all of a sudden.
I've been ghosted a few times too after I said I won't do a positive review. It's a fair and honest, and that's all I'll do. And it's happened numerous times. I've been ghosted, not just from game companies, but other ones too. It's interesting, and it's I don't know, like when it comes down to it, I have no problem discussing if I'm not recommending it. I discuss it with them first, just because it might be a misunderstanding on my behalf, and I might have missed something, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize it could have done this. Thank you for letting me know. Just a heads up, probably put it in the instruction manual that it can do this, and then I'll refilm the segment and go from there. I don't show them the review before it goes live. I just tell them what I don't like about the product, and then that way they get feedback.
Rob, you're muted, man.
Mute.
Yeah, like that's my steadfast rule. Like they can't see my video before I publish it.
No.
That's
never.
I will never go against that requirement. Like it's just
no. That's
We
the
had
thing.
this whole thing with
Floodgates
the
to
turner.
a whole bunch of
We had that whole thing with the turner, remember? We even gave him a
with
chance.
the TRDR2. Yeah.
the turner. And then
Oh man,
they were like, "Hey, we're gonna get."
that was a
these guys-
sad situation at the end. Really, I felt bad.
Wait, but I thought you guys bought that, and then they reached out to you afterwards,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
upset with you. But I'm like,
Yeah.
you bought the device, you could do whatever you want. Like you could.
The
say
first
whatever
one
you
we
want.
did.
It's
We were
ridiculous.
Well,
trying to give
no.
him like a fair shot.
Yeah.
They sent us a review unit after though, and so
Yeah.
our second video.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Well,
the guy reached out and he's like, "Hey, we know that you think our product sucks. Can I send you like the best version of our product? The newest, latest iteration, and then you review that?" And I said, "Sure." It's going to be what it is, though. It's going to be
It's
live.
gonna be live. Yeah.
And it's going to be what it is. And we reviewed it live, and it was a train wreck. And the AI announcer was creepy as hell, and it was collecting a bunch of personal data on me, or the AI Scarlet, whatever, built into the program there. And it was the most bizarre handheld. It creeped me out to have in my house, to be honest. I can't remember. Someone bought it. I think Azeel maybe bought it from me.
Yeah.
And I don't want that thing near me ever again. That was a horrible experience. And then the guy was like, he was super pissed, and he's like, you can't say this stuff. You're leaking my intellectual property because we extracted the AI and like uploaded it and said, hey, someone try this out and let's see what's in this thing. So he was fair. We took that down. We're like, okay, sorry. But we're leaving the video up. It's there to this day if someone wants to watch that interesting journey that we had for a few hours with that thing.
Didn't Soldier Boy partner with those guys? I think it was right?
Soldier Boy did. Still is, I think, a little bit, because their newest version is going to be gold plated. It's all gold.
Oh my god!
So it's the Retroid Pocket 1 with gold and no touchscreen. Android has a Helio P60 in it, so it does come loaded with Grand Theft Auto Vice City ready to rock. That's the best thing it has going for it.
You're paying for the gold plating on. Is it real gold or is it just like a shiny gold paint?
I don't know. I told him again. I'm like, hey, I know this didn't go well, but if you did want to send me the gold one, I will also cover that, because maybe there's something better about it. Because he was really excited about it. And I'm like, cool. Let's see what's different about this one. But I don't think that's going to happen. He ghosted us for sure, which makes sense. That's okay. That's all right. I think we'll be all right. Yeah. It's $400. No, the gold one I think is $500, and it's sold by Walmart. So
I don't think has anyone actually bought one outside of RH.
No.
I don't I don't think there's a market for that device anywhere.
In people
Because
on
nobody else
Instagram,
makes financial decisions. It's only us.
yeah,
Yeah. I could
Yeah,
see
because-
Mad Little Pixel doing it and just taking a hammer to it, but
yeah. Speaking of things you want to take a hammer to, there's this new handheld called the XGO. You guys seen this one?
Oh yeah, hold on.
This
Let
thing
me-
might be e-waste, but I'm curious about it.
Oh man, where is this thing here?
Yeah, it's in the. Yeah, there we go. There's a
Yeah.
Kickstarter. What is this?
E-waste.
I saw this come up. So it's 6 buttons like a Genesis, right? But
Yeah,
it does. This one doesn't have a D-pad. It just has a joystick.
that screen doesn't look.
Has
It
this like
looks-
TFT trim
Yeah, it
UI,
doesn't
like the
look
original
great. At
trim UI
least-
S screen.
I mean,
smashed
in
its
the video, it
goal,
just
though.
doesn't
Holy
look good.
crap.
It's got magnetic charging, which is the big thing about it. I
It
guess.
has magnetic charging.
It's got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery.
No, oh, it's a power bank.
Yeah, it's a power bank
10.
handheld.
10. We've had
That's
this before.
interesting.
Powkiddy
we-
gave us these
yeah,
before, but it does better than Famiclone. It plays like
Oh,
Okay, so that cable
that
right
micro
there
USB
tells me
I
that
saw?
that's like AV
Uh-oh.
output and not HDMI.
oh no. It does have magnets though. We all know
Oh yeah, we know you love your Mac.
love a good magnet. Why is there a little child?
We don't
Um,
need those.
so you can pair controllers to it? Like, I'm guessing it's got Bluetooth then to...
Yeah, I'll scroll down after this video plays. It's kind of
So Powkiddy did something called the what was it, the X6 or V6, where they did this idea, but with the Famiclone NES games. And you know what? You could play Mario for 40 hours. Cool, but it was pretty cheap. So if they're doing the same idea, but it plays maybe up to PS1 for
I mean, it
70 bucks
supports
though.
10 emulators.
Ooh, 10?
10.
Wait, this is $70.
$70. That's the
No.
that's the
So
problem.
how much is
where-
a...
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, it comes... Does it come with the $70? Does that come with the 2 controllers and all that?
let's
or is
see.
that-
It's just the handheld. For
it's probably
70.
just the handheld.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a good deal for the controllers. I'm just wondering if that was like the whole package.
I'm pretty sure. I think you scrolled past it, but I think those
me see.
controllers use batteries, like actual batteries.
What?
AAA batteries.
But
Wait a minute, but
So
it's
the-
a 10,000
oh,
milliamp hour
so
power bank
confused.
too?
I'm
Why
so
would-
confused.
Why would
What?
you use a rechargeable controller and just charge it off of the battery bank?
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
here we
like,
go. Here
that'd
we
be more
go.
clever.
So right here it says game console, 2 game controllers. So the game controls are, it looks like they are included.
Just
But
like-
not chargeable
Okay.
with the console that's also a battery.
Oh, it is.
So that's
an
going to be the S version.
Oh man.
That
I don't-
seems like a miss.
So I saw this like a few weeks back and I just kind of dismissed it because it had like no support and it just didn't seem very interesting,
So you
honestly.
can-
But
I guess the main thing they're selling this towards is the fact that you can grip your phone to it and charge your phone while you're playing on it. But like,
It doesn't seem like
so,
a
and the other thing
comfortable
that
gaming
kind
screen.
of leaves
Why
me
would-
a little bit,
hmm,
it says AV output. And again, that cable screams like just composite out, not HDMI out.
right. And why wouldn't you
Yeah.
just flip your phone around and while it's being charged and just play on your phone?
Because you're not going to get a sick joystick
This
Oh,
is
that's true. That's fair.
or 6 face buttons. Man,
it's
come on.
heavy.
32 gigs of storage. What was the screen on that? It was
it was here,
240
it's
by... Oh.
360. Yeah, it says it's an IPS. It doesn't look like a very high quality one, at least in the video.
Nothing about this looks high quality.
The buttons don't look comfortable to use either.
AV and micro USB, exactly what we need now.
Oh no.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised. if
Micro
not
USB,
really-
oh.
I thought I was upset when my Kindle Oasis had micro USB, but this is
Yep, there
worse.
we go.
Oh
There's
no!
your AV
Oh,
cable. It's composite out.
Oh,
Why does it feel
no.
like a
Great.
3,000 milliamp
Oh my
battery?
god! Why is this $70? That's
This is
crazy.
2023. I mean, I get it. They had a dream and they're putting it out there, but it does come in at too high of a price point.
It's
it
just a lame
doesn't-
dream.
It doesn't need to have a power bank in it. It's going to be heavy. These knockoff PS2 controllers that it comes with, you have to wonder, what are they thinking here? What are they thinking?
It's like
I mean, realistically, though, you could play for a very long time, uncomfortably and fun. But I mean, you could play for a very long time with.
Why is there no D-pad?
What's crazy though is that this is the launch price. It's $79. So this is $79.
So that's
like,
the early.
$69. I'm
that's
sorry.
the early bird price.
That's
is
the early bird price.
$60 off.
Yeah, 60 off. It's like half off.
It's going to be $130 on launch.
Oh.
It's not. This is like a Temu sale where they're like, "Oh, it's off 90%."
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
They're like
If you
$50.
join in,
Yeah,
if you join in with the
Never
Temu,
gonna be that
you'll
price.
get it half off.
yeah.
Dude,
Like, it reminds me of I don't even know. Like, I don't want to say like a Neo Geo Pocket, but I mean, like, it's
This is just perfect for Wicked. Wicked will love covering this. This is-
yeah,
two
Wicked
controllers.
channel. I'm going to go straight to for this content here. This is, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not even going to buy this. I know I buy a lot of these handhelds that come out to
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah,
I
It's
just
an
I don't
emulation
see.
beast.
Of their R&D process for the controllers, which look like every other clone console.
The R&D process for the controller. That's
Look
the
at it go.
$5.
that yellow PCB.
No, Ben, you're not going to lure me. You're not going to lure me in with this.
Yellow PCB, you need it.
Here you go.
Oh, here's the
October
timeline,
2022. Inspiration struck.
Oh,
oof.
And $12 for shipping.
So
Yeah.
so between the inspiration and market research, there's a bit of a gap there.
Inspiration
decided to-
struck.
Love that.
I love it.
This is great. I can't.
God, this is too good.
Sorry,
You know
is
what?
this in the Team Pandora stick?
Does it pass the Team Pandora stick
The thickness
test?
test.
I don't know.
It does not.
Guys, I have to wonder, I always wonder every week we do this podcast, whenever we do this podcast, aren't we going to run out of material? Aren't we going to run out of devices to talk about? But to my surprise, every single episode, a slew of things are just coming out of the woodwork. All these new inspirations are being struck. And here we are.
more.
It's
I
only
think the
gonna get
kicker
worse.
here is if you take a look at the top, how many people actually backed this?
How many did?
Oh
Six.
no. No, go down.
X go.
Let's go.
There.
X gonna give it to you.
200.
So they smashed their Kickstarter goal.
215 people. Why?
They
Why?
did smash it.
No, that's too much. That's
Smash like an
crazy.
egg.
They did.
Product
They got
never re-
6 days to go.
Okay, to those 215 backers, look, I'll mail you a better handheld, and I'll keep $20.
Let's
of that
ego
money.
box you. Let's talk right to the camera. This is
Send me $70. I will send you a handheld. Just send me $70. I'll send you some handheld. It'll be better than this one, I promise.
everybody send Rob $70.
All right, Rob, hit me up. I'll send you 70.
I'm about to stock up on a whole bunch of ARC 35S's or 36S's or something.
Oh man, guys. So while we're not done with the e-waste
Oh, no, we're
potential
not.
e-waste yet, we got 2 more for you. We got the
Oh.
E6.
Oh,
Remember the
no.
E6? It's the Steam Deck at home that we found on AliExpress. Well, guess what? We haven't even gotten this in our hands yet. I'm still waiting for mine to show up, and already they're launching the E6 Plus. It's written in the description of this page here that they're launching it mid-November, and it has touchscreen, Wi-Fi, Android, and it's a 3566 chip in the design of a mini Steam Deck. So I mean, that's potentially intriguing, but we don't even know if the regular E6 is good yet, or if it even is real.
It could be
That's
real.
what I think happens. Like,
It said mine. It
It
said
doesn't look
that
like my
mine-
Steam Deck at all.
Yeah, it looks a little different than a Steam Deck. It's kind of cute.
real.
It's got the nice LEDs.
So wait, what's plus about this? I don't understand. Oh, it just
This
has
is the
more-
regular. This is the regular one.
Oh, do we have a listing for the plus one?
No, not yet. They list their plans
okay.
for what it's going to be in this listing here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just reading it off my notes here, but it was a touchscreen, Wi-Fi, Android 3566 chip inside were the key takeaways from the new model. It's going to be. I think it's going to look the same as this, just with those added features.
Oh, look at that D-pad.
I was just gonna say that looks awful.
Whoa, what the?
It's actually a trackpad.
It's a tiny.
It's designed after the Ayn IGG. I think. I don't know.
You can put.
What is going on there?
Dinner on it.
Yeah.
Is that just one, or are there two? I'm trying to look at the L and R buttons on that.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on there.
Face buttons are a little concerning.
Like
I
push
don't-
buttons at the top.
This whole thing is concerned.
Those aren't actually buttons. He's just playing a video, and he's making it look like he's playing a game. It's just a solid block.
Oh, man. This looks.
Like
So
there's
the
a lot of lag too. If you take a look when he's pressing it and the thing's moving.
That's what I was kind of picking.
Yeah.
It's a video. It's not even a real thing.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, you can see. I think he's playing a prototype piece of plastic that isn't connected to that screen.
Where is he? In a Starbucks or
Yeah,
something?
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what
Yeah.
It's not matching his. Yeah, it's not matching his finger movements.
Oh, either that or it's so delayed. It's
Yeah.
super delayed.
I
mean,
think.
it's that Android lag, man.
No, I mean, look at that thing. Those aren't real buttons. Those aren't real face buttons. This has to be just a. This is faked, I think.
Well, he just hit the joystick there too, moving his thumb. The joystick moved. I saw that.
He's
Okay.
the world's worst shmup player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is an illusion, but I don't know.
And
We'll have
watch,
to
he hits
see.
the joystick.
Why
See-
is it only 11 seconds? I have to keep replaying it.
it's the best 11 seconds.
Because any more than that, and you realize
There's no
real.
looping either.
It's an interesting trick. Pimax had a thing like this at CES, but they outright said, "Hey, this isn't real," but they mocked it up so you could still hold it and feel it, but never tried to fake footage. Which I don't know, maybe it's not, but those cannot be retail face buttons. Look how that's close.
Would
to
you
I can
really be
describe
surprised
as the
if they
data
are, though?
frog?
I mean,
N-
yeah. Are you
super
surprised
short.
by a product launching on AliExpress that they're faking
No.
footage?
No, I know.
Never
My
fake it.
my standards are too high. I know. It's just
the neural
It's
link.
not Neuralink. Makes you laugh.
Who's reviewing this? Stubbs, are you taking a look at this?
yeah.
course
It'll
it
be
is.
supposedly. I got a shipping notice. Supposedly it'll be here the next few days. So
Yeah, wait. Shoulder buttons. Oh yeah, these are great. Oh no, they're not.
no, these are
They're
amazing.
not real buttons.
See, I always come at things positive until something just throws me off, and I'm like, oh
You see the
wait, this is
heartbreak on his face.
garbage. They only sold 12 of these total in the end. I was probably number 2 or 3 there, but I got a green one.
Everybody's waiting to see what you say.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I only know a few people who ordered it, and
You
I know
can
all
make
of
or
us.
break this device.
We all got our shipping notices, so that's the first step. We'll see what shows up.
It has a fan in it.
We'll see.
Well,
It makes a lot of claims. It makes a lot of claims on this page.
Oh wait,
There's
no,
a lot
no,
of interesting claims. That
those are
if you
just
lo- if
holes
you
that
look-
posted.
if you look
Yeah.
at the details, it gets more and more concerning.
That
So
D-pad is incredible. Wow.
I need it, but I don't.
you don't.
Just give me yours.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
You know that I
Ooh,
will.
I like the green one. That's a pretty nice color.
Yeah, that's a really light green.
Yeah, I
Minty.
like that. Minty green. Yeah, I like that.
I
Minty
kind of like
green.
that minty fresh. It matches my toothbrush color.
Like mid-mobile.
It's a good travel set, Maybe you can magnetically attach the toothbrush to the back of it. It's about the same length. Well, so there's this.
Man.
Everyone really excited for that? We'll see. There's also the A390, which is a little bit. It's a modified version of a handheld that I think actually Shem covered
He did. Yeah.
a while back on his channel.
Yes.
But this is a new
covered the
blue
380.
one. And the 380. So this is their upgraded one that does up to what, PSP, I think.
What chip does it have?
Oh, good
Almost
call.
I never
12.
figured it out.
4-inch
wait.
IPS.
That's a
I think-
screen.
I think it's the same
Definitely is a
screen as the
screen.
old one.
This is one I've never used before. Oh,
800 by 480 display. Don't see
think-
anything about that.
I think
I can't.
that's like 5x3.
RPG role playing.
It does say it plays up to PSP.
Oh, here we go. It just says 1.2
Dual
gigahertz.
quad-core.
What does the 380 have? I
Quad
wonder if
core.
it's just the same thing.
Yeah, that's not gonna do a lot of PSP.
No, it's a mystery. But
512 megabytes. Oh man,
what's the price on this again?
DDR2.
$50.
50. See, there's a lot of competition in that range right now.
for sure.
So I don't know. This isn't one that I ordered though. I skipped on this one as well. It's too much. It's too much right now. There's too many of these coming out.
What's interesting is the 380 goes for more money on AliExpress. It's $78.
If I remember right, Shem actually gave a pretty good rating.
Yeah, he
to
kinda liked it,
on
yeah.
the Retro Breeze YouTube channel. He thought it was pretty good.
Well, the
Outside-
yellow one was fun because it looked like a play date, which was
Yeah.
cool about it.
Yeah, I'd almost lean if I was going to get this. I'd lean towards getting just the yellow 380.
Mhm.
That looks more interesting.
I'm trying to see the listing for this, see what it has. So
RK31.
1.2, it's probably the
28.
same exact thing because it's got that 1.2 gigahertz, which tells me it's probably the same.
So that's the same chipset.
512, yep, DDR2. It's probably the same exact specs.
I believe that's the chipset from the GPD XD, the original one. I think wasn't 3128.
3128. That's so.
It's pretty old now, 2015,
It's
but
so old.
Yep, but HD IPS 800 by 480.
and I mean that
Really
handheld
useless, though.
did play PSP, but not well. So
Yeah.
There's one thing I'm hoping they fix in this A390, and that's the mapping of the right joystick. Because I think in Shem's video, it's mapped to the face buttons, like the same as the face buttons.
interesting. Okay, well, I'm not going to take the hit on this one. The other 8 people who did, let us know how it is. I have a limit, actually, believe it or not, and this is over that limit for me. Someone asked, want Brandon from Retro Dodo sometime? So we invited Retro Dodo on here once, but the day of, he had something else come up, so we gotta reach back out to him. But we are gonna have his head writer Nara Makes Games be on the show shortly, and James DeWitts. So they're gonna come on as a duo. Cool dudes. Mm-hmm.
They had a video recently
Mr.
with
Powkiddy.
Casey Neistat, right? I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I saw that
That
on
was pretty
Twitter.
cool.
Yeah, that guy's fun. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not so stoked on this. It's e-waste.
What, on the podcast or the
Oh.
handheld?
No, the podcast would be great. No. We love having podcast guests on, especially Mr. Sujano. But the handheld, no, it's this. I think this is e-waste right out the gate.
Yep.
It looks in all ways to me. I mean, look at those shoulders. The XD was so good. Yes, it was. Yes.
So bummed about GPD. Like I think they've given up on Android. I think they're not going to revisit it.
That sucks.
Was the XD good though?
Yes.
I feel like people
Yeah,
remember
the, X,
like
the
it was
XD
good.
Plus was really solid. Yeah, it was really good for its time.
Really, but when everybody had it, everybody hated it.
No,
I
they
feel like that's true of every GPD device.
No. One outlet.
You
There
guys-
was one outlet that rated it poorly. Actually,
Yeah, Damien.
Damien's part of our outlet. No, actually, it was Retro Dodo. Retro Dodo gave it like a 2.5 out of 5, and I actually,
that thing.
and so did Damien. But I actually remember wrote to Brandon. This was years ago before I was into this hobby or into this scene, because the one handheld I had was the XD, and I was like, dude, this is an awesome handheld. Like, let me tell you why. And I've been preaching about it for years. And
Yeah, no, that's a good one actually.
it's so good to this day. Even I still use it, not as much, but I just have a fondness for it, and it plays up to Dreamcast, and it's really cool use of Android. Super clean ROM. The battery life is like 12 hours. I don't get it. I actually want to do a retrospective video because I feel like GPD on Android is not talked about anymore, and it's underrated. It's still good.
Can you imagine if they made an Android version of the Win 4?
That'd be incredible.
That would
be
be
amazing.
so good. And Android Win 4 would be awesome.
Yeah.
I want them to go back to it.
E1200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish they had given us an XD or something.
Yeah.
Just make it longer.
Well, that's why when Retroid made the flip,
multi-layer.
I was excited, but it didn't pass my my GPD XD test. It just wasn't quite it.
Still like the ergonomics of the XD Plus. Just yeah,
XD Plus is
Flip is
an
a little too
amazing
tall.
device.
a little too thick. I mean, I like my thick devices, but
We all know you do.
Yeah.
That's your department.
We Rob, we definitely There it is. Someone beat me to it.
Oh yeah.
Suppose it does.
Some of my finest work.
So good.
We need more. We need more.
I know. I
I'm
need
desperately
to make
waiting. I'm anxiously waiting here.
more. I need to make more.
So, do you guys ever find yourself exploring new tech just to explore new tech? Like you're like, what is this? What is this stuff? You know, recently I've been getting on this whole kick of these AR glasses, these XR glasses. You guys ever try these out? And then the VR, of course. You know, it's one thing to use it for gaming, but it's another thing to use it for productivity. So you know what? I've been using these AR glasses for video editing. All my videos recently. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Ergonomics wise, I'm getting to be a middle-aged man here, and my back isn't what it used to be. And I can lay back on my couch with my laptop, remote desktop into my video editing computer, and then project the monitor up onto my screen here. And I don't have to support my neck. I can just, my kids are over here doing their thing. I can still see my kids. I can still see you guys right now. And
you look like Ray
editing,
Charles, man.
I'm editing a video. and I'm editing a video.
Are you gonna sing
it's
the Rust
all,
song?
The Rust song. I don't even remember how that goes anymore. But you know, I'm just here for the love, and I'm here for the good times, and I'm here for the XR glasses because these things are freaking cool. And so I had to compare them. So I tried those are the X Real Airs. Then I tried the Rockets here, which these are the most comfortable with the dorkiest looking. Looks like I'm going fishing or going to drive an Indy car. And wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These are the
activities.
They're
I
a
don't
little
see
different.
a problem with that.
Wait, hold on. Those aren't the right ones. Those are the good ones. Hold on. These are the Rockets.
Oh.
Oh, those are awful.
These are these are cyberpunk.
You look like RoboCop.
Aish turned off his camera. He was so upset. But
I would too.
but I don't know. Like I've been having fun. This is Russ's fault, by the way. Russ from Retro Game Core. You know who you are. This is all your fault, man. You made 2 or 3 videos on these things. I'm finally like a year later. I'm like, okay, what does it do for gaming? Didn't do much for me. Laying in bed at night, it's okay. But then I stayed up to like 2 a.m. watching documentaries on the Winnebago Man or something. And it's like, no, I can't do that. But for video editing and actually working at my day job and just having a good monitor right in front of my eyes, an OLED screen, I highly recommend it for that use. And of these 3, because I don't know if I'll ever make a video on this, but of the 3, my favorite are, where are they? These ones, the Veacher ones, Veacher 1 AR. They're the most comfortable, the most screen space. My wife says these are the least dorky ones too, so that's a win. And I don't know, I can use them for a few hours. Also fun on the Steam Deck to play like Counter-Strike or play Fallout 76 or Baldur's Gate or something. It immerses you. And there's a quick button to dim the shades, so then you can black them out a bit electronically. I don't know how the hell that works, but it's amazing technology. And then lastly, there's an option to take the screen and like put it off in the corner so you can pay attention to your real life in the instant of a flash, because a baby's going to spill something, or you know, something's going crazy in my house. I don't want to take up the glasses. That'd be too much work. So I don't know.
That's interesting. You've taken a completely different angle.
Yeah, I'm on a journey with these things, and I thought that I would love them for gaming, but I love them for productivity. So
that is actually pretty interesting.
And I've just been watching YouTube videos and stuff. Like Sujano, I was just watching Sujano's video the other day on these glasses, and I'm like, man, that man's beard and facial complexion looks great on OLED. Just gotta say that. But and I see what you're doing there. Your pale Canadian skin, yes, but it's beautiful Canadian skin. But I see what you're doing there. You're tricking us. And I realized when I had glasses on that your background is not a real forest; it's a picture.
Oh, no, this is the HD one. When I'm camping, that's the fake one. That's the camping is the green screen. This is the real deal.
Yeah. See, but it wasn't until I put the glasses on, available in our description, that we could truly tell what was fake and what was real. So, no, but in all seriousness, I want to make a video at some point. I just don't know how to. How do you show what's inside these glasses? You can't.
You invite everybody to your house.
You have to have
just
them.
Sit there and you record yourself playing on a handheld for like 15 minutes. It just sounds like this. Looking away. That's the video. There you go.
On screen, you'll have the title of the games that are playing, but no one will actually see any footage of it. It's just you sitting in a chair the whole time.
You can't see the performance. The game.
You just nod your head every few minutes. You just go like, yeah.
This
and you live stream it.
Well, what's cool, I mean, how it all ties into handhelds and why I'm talking about it really is because these will plug into any Android handheld, really.
Yeah.
None of the Linux ones have worked except for Steam Deck, but Linux or Android and Windows machines, yeah, any of these Android handhelds that have some sort of HDMI out ability through the USB-C port. You can even get an adapter to do HDMI instead. But it's pretty cool. And for ergonomics, I don't have to look down supporting my neck weight. I can keep my neck up, and then, yeah, the screen's right there. So
Did you ever watch the movie WALL-E?
No, I've seen the intro. I think my kids watch it.
That's where we're headed with this.
It's the future, I think.
Everybody's stopping.
I think everyone's,
and they're going around in floating chairs.
I mean,
it's so true.
I'm okay with it. Life is exhausting, man, and it just, I think it takes off. I think it takes some of the work off the neck. So ergonomics are my thing lately. I'm trying to find the most ergonomic situation for every sector of my life. I don't want my body to fall apart by the time I'm 40.
I'm even thinking from like a hospital point of view. Like we've got some sort of Android can't move around quite a bit. Just get them a pair of those glasses, and there you go. Not that happens very often, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's true, and it's true. I do need to work out more. It's true. I got the VR set up. Rob talked me into the Quest 3, and I gotta use that more. But I mean, when you review handhelds and you play handhelds, your neck's constantly down. You're always.
It's true. Oh, it's so true. I've noticed that I get more neck strain nowadays because it's on handhelds a lot. Like,
this hobby doesn't let you get off scot-free. It's going to take lives. It's going to take us down with it.
Take lives.
You got to try to fight back a little bit.
How are you liking the Quest 3, by the way?
It's awesome. It's the best Quest yet. It's the best VR headset I've used to date. For sure. For the price point is awesome. I don't have a lot of time to immerse myself in a dedicated experience. Although its pass-through technology is really good now. So I can still see, but there's a slight delay. Just the slightest delay. And so I still prefer the XR glasses generally to VR.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just for my use case. If I had the time to immerse myself in VR games, I would pick the Quest 3 because it's the full experience. It's just immersive. It's amazing. Resident Evil 4 in VR until you've tried it. Dude, I can't even describe it. It's so good. Aish is saying no.
Nope.
You have the Quest 1.
No, just no.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, well,
I don't like scary games, and being in one is just
Oh.
a horrible.
Oh man, dude, it's so fun. It's so fun. The zombies are so much more real, and they're coming at you, dude. Playing what's that horror game we play on Steam sometimes? Phasmophobia, the ghost hunting game. That game is so scary in VR, especially by yourself. You go into a haunted house, it's all dark and spooky, and then you're like, and jump scare.
I'm more of a Luigi's Mansion kind of guy.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be pretty good in VR too.
There's a first person.
It can be done in VR.
Yeah, there's
you can play Dolphin.
Game of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mr. Sujano, sir, that was my rant about XR glasses. You don't need them, but they're kind of fun. But we want to know.
Interesting.
It's my passionate nerd ADHD project of the month. That's all. Reporting back my findings. We want to know from you. Have you ever heard of our Adore, Keep, Delete segment? It's kind of like F, Marry, Kill, but with handhelds.
I think so. Okay. I was on like way back with you and Thor.
Back in the day.
I don't know if that was if you had that yet, though. I don't think so. Maybe.
Not officially. We talked about some stuff like that, but yeah, this year has been more about we're going to write the show. We're going to write segments and stuff. And so this segment's all about asking our guest, what one handheld would you adore you could only keep for one night till the battery's dry and then you have to get rid of it? What one handheld would you keep for a lifetime, maybe on a desert island or something? You're married to it. And what one handheld would you delete out of existence? It never was. Screw that handheld. It sucks. So we want to know your one from each category.
That's super easy.
Okay. All right.
So for one night only, it would not be the Steam Deck because it wouldn't last the night.
True.
The battery would be dead pretty quick. Honestly, it probably the 35XX. I actually really like this one. I take it traveling. I switched it up and took the 353B, and I was wishing I brought the 35XX, but that's okay. And then the Steam Deck for forever, like if it was on a deserted island, absolutely. I mean, I use it as a PC. I use it as everything.
That makes sense.
And then one that I would delete, I forget the name of it, and I have two of them, and it's that blue Anbernic. I get jumbled up with all the names.
No,
it was the Windows.
The Win 600. Oh,
Win 600. Yeah,
I had terrible time with that. Yeah, I remember that. So you had to get a replacement.
Yeah, they sent me one, and it like made a weird noise and just shorted right out. I'm like, okay, this is dead. And so I contacted them. I said, listen, you sent this to me for review, and like I can't give this a positive review. And they sent me. They said, "We'll send you a second one." I'm like, I'm still not giving it a positive review. This is a review unit, and it shorted out and died. Like I can't recommend this. So they sent a secondary one, and it worked, but it wasn't. It was one of those handhelds that I thought, you know what, if they just did Linux or Android with those specs, it would have done a lot better than Windows.
Trying to cram Windows in there is tough. And you know what, the Win 600, it was. But there's still this diehard niche in our community who love that handheld and use it for
everything. Sorry to that niche that I just said that.
No, I've been in and out of that niche myself.
I've got one on the way, actually.
You just bought one.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yes. It has.
So did I.
I started my YouTube channel because of it.
Yeah.
Oh no. I just burned a whole bunch of people and I didn't mean to.
I got one review unit and I bought 5 more.
Some of the best use cases I was showing was with Batocera, honestly.
Yeah.
You were able to push emulation much further by using Batocera. I was doing PS2, I was doing all sorts of stuff, Wii U, like, it was actually able to emulate quite a bit. It just was not right for Windows at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it was marketed as a Windows device, which I thought was a mistake.
You can run so
it's
much
an Excel machine.
Yeah, they showed an
Excel. Yeah,
they were showing that you can run Excel on it. Yeah.
I mean,
you're supposed to use your taxes
that was
on
in
it,
the advertising. Yeah, no
speed tax. Oh,
I think I only paid $160 for mine. If that says how bad it's gotten.
That's cheap.
And it has
that's really
32 gigs of RAM.
It
reason.
It's a
Single
fair
channel,
one.
right?
Yeah, it is single
Yeah,
channel.
single
It's a fair one. It's a fair one to bash on. It's also a fair one to enjoy if you have a specific use case. And that use case is 2D indie platformers. That thing is a freaking beast at 2D indie platformers because what they did get right on there was the D-pad and the face
D-pad's
buttons.
Great on that, yeah.
It's
really actually
like
really
that.
pretty solid for older PC games as well. So if you have a Xbox 360 generation like PC games, it handles a lot of those pretty well. I did a lot of videos on that covering that, but you know, like today, it's like I don't know if unless you get a really good price on it.
He's done with us.
You
now.
upset him. He had to leave.
He just wants to delete it. That's the rule. He gets to delete it. We can't say anything. We don't get to judge.
Oh, he's back.
I forgot about something.
Oh no, I saw the red.
The 300X.
Oh,
RG 300X
beautiful.
from Anbernic. I could delete this.
yeah.
No, I want one. Don't delete it.
I could see it.
Just send it to Aish.
I've been in and
You
out.
want
of
it? You can
loving
have
that
it.
handheld.
I'll send it to you. I'm not joking.
Yes, I would love that thing.
You're welcome,
Okay.
Aish.
Aish is excited for that one.
No sales.
Dude,
Wow.
Stubbs, no, I've been excited for that one.
He
for a
has
while.
been looking for that one. It's true.
I have.
Really?
It's cool looking. I mean,
It's cool looking. It's
Yeah.
not. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like how glossy it is. I don't. The software, it's on that old
Well,
JZ
the problem is it's
chip.
Yeah, it's a
The
clone of something so
4770.
old.
The
It's a clone of
4770.
Dingo, right?
Yeah, it's the old Dingo 4770
why.
chipset. It's the same as the RG350. And you
It's
know,
a-
I
at this point.
yeah, I liked it in some cases. I like some of the custom mods you could do for it, but I don't know. It had a short lifespan. And yeah, I could easily see deleting that or the Win 600. I could.
The 4770 came in so many better form factors than that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, the buttons on the
280M.
300X are just perfect.
No, 350M.
Oh, 350M. Nice. I was like, I got the 280M here. I think this is one of the best use cases for that chipset. Of course, I prefer the fun cotton candy colorway for this if I can find one again. But Mikilov from Team Retro sent this to me as just a hey, here you go gift, and I was like, dude, thank you. I missed having this.
I need one eventually.
yeah. I still think I'd delete the Win 600 over that.
Fair.
Why?
Sorry
Anything with
to
the
everybody
joystick
who
is-
has one.
No, I think
Yeah,
everyone who
pretty
has
blue,
one
too.
understands the hate on it, and they really can't fight too much against it. But yet they still like it because of these use cases, because there are certain things on it that do hit right. The weight and ergonomics, I like if you're not using the sticks anyways. But
It came out at an interesting time too, where the Steam
Yeah.
Deck wasn't shipping regularly and it wasn't available
Yeah.
worldwide, and it was actually cheaper than the Steam Deck. So it was kind of like this weird
Yeah.
device that, for its price point, even when it came out, it was still overpriced. It's just I mean,
Yeah, a 160, that's a lot better than.
Yeah,
Because
for
what
sure.
did it come out
That's a
at?
good
Like
deal.
close to 300, right? Wasn't it?
No,
it was
4.
Yeah,
400.
Yeah, it's
400,
yeah. 400.
Yeah. So at 400, absolute
Yeah.
delete.
No.
yeah,
well, that blue is 500.
that's
Yeah. Because that's
This
the
was
high.
500.
It
I
still
forgot
is.
all about the
Still
yeah,
is,
price. I
Yeah,
still didn't even take the.
That's the ultimate version, man. That's the big boy. That's 16 gigs of RAM, and but that one also had a really glossy shell, unfortunately, and it was my least favorite of the three. I like the white one the best.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I
think
keep
I'm getting
rebuying it
for
and
that
selling it.
price.
I can't make up my mind on that one.
I'll
If you
hold
put
on to
Steam
mine
OS
until
or
you want
Batocera on it, it's not terrible. But if you
Steam
just keep
OS on it is
Windows,
decent.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna have to try SteamOS.
Windows is
That
a
was my
sad
first
experience.
video.
on it.
That's how I joined RH, is making the Steam OS review video for the Win 600.
Yeah, that's right.
Man,
It's
I feel
it's
it
the
feels like
start of
so
our, some of
long
our
ago.
journeys. Yeah,
I remember
know.
I remember that video.
this scene moves so
That's
fast.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we moved to the part of the stream that I think you've all been waiting for, and I think it's time that we talk about Stubbs Nubbs. Now, the 3D printed studio sent me the V1. Now, if you don't know what these are, in Sujano, it's fair if you haven't been following the Stubbs Nubbs experience. So I've been wanting to build the perfect joystick caps that fit over various handhelds, and I want them to have spikes. So I want them to sort of have some acupressure points that hit on your thumb. You're looking at me a little like I'm a little nuts, but that's okay. Like yeah, sure I am. But you know what? There's two reasons. One, there's an acupressure point in your thumb that stimulates your pancreas, and it's good to have it. It's good to have a top.
This has been an
top
ongoing
notch.
thing, by the way. This isn't the first time.
This is about a 6 month in the making.
We talk about this every podcast episode.
And leading up to this, because I've been dreaming it into reality. I've been manifesting, as the Gen Zers say. And did they say that? You better drink for this. You're gonna need a drink for this one. But you know, a little. Come on, where you see that? You're right here.
I'll just solo you. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So here's the
Look at all
rose.
this.
Awful.
Here's the rosebud version. No, this is good. I need to make a change to it, but
Wow.
I tried to talk to Play Vital. They make very good Switch nubs, and I said, "You guys want to help me produce some of these spiky pancreas boosters?" And
They said no.
no, they said no, thanks, but we'll send you our regular ones to review. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I talked to this guy on Etsy, the 3D printed studio, who makes various things for RH for a Game of the Month club. He does these like life counters and stuff, and this holds a handheld as well as has your name, and
That's cool.
you know, you can have the date and stuff, and that's neat and everything. But now I talked to the 3D printed studio, and I was like, you want to make Stubbs Nubbs? Dude was like, hell yes, let's do it. So we've been behind the scenes, deep in it, making Stubbs. This is the wrong music for this. Where's the right music? Let's see. Let's do some. Here we go. So he sent me the V1 prototypes, and he said, okay, let me know how these feel. And so now we're all going to find out together. That one already unboxed. Sorry. He also sent me this extra thing. Love this guy's work. His link is in the description. He makes various things, various gaming-related things. He made this RH NES cartridge, which for days I thought was just an NES cartridge. And I thought, okay, that's cool. No, it's a trick. Everything he sends has a little secret in it. Can I get this out? Come on. Come on.
No.
I like how you treat your stuff.
You're making it worse.
It's
how we
like
treat
jammed it
them.
in there now.
Now it's really jammed.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out. But anyways, there's a...
Aw.
This is a V1 prototype too. But you pull this out, and there's a micro SD holder in here. So it fulfills the same role as something like this, which that's in a sorry state of affairs right now. Yeah, don't worry about that. I have a lot of micro SD cards. We'll get that open later. That's neither here nor there. The main thing is he sent me Stubbs Nubbs, and I was very excited, but he sent me it in this puzzle box. So I have to solve this puzzle, and it took me, honestly, sadly to say, about half an hour to figure out this puzzle, to finally unbox it and see if I can do it in real time here. Okay, so you have to move this a little bit to the left. It's like Jenga. Move that a little bit out that way, and that should give me the first level of the box. And you have to spin this dial. Oh no.
So he's like, I'm gonna make them, but I'm gonna make sure it's not easy for you to get them.
World's longest unboxing video.
Correct. I've been practicing for this today, so I thought I got it
Is
right.
Oscar, like panicking as he tries to open it.
He was trying to speed run opening the box earlier.
I
Did you just
was.
close it on yourself again?
No, it's, don't worry about that. It's,
I
okay, we got it halfway. We got to move this a little bit, move that a little bit that way. Come on.
Free
gotta-
the nubs.
Free the nubs. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Okay,
I wish the
okay,
Lenovo Legion
okay.
came in a box like this.
Okay, now we turn this to 5 o'clock. Okay.
It's 5
And then-
o'clock somewhere.
Okay, now it's... Okay, we're a little bit closer. We got to pull this out all the way. Okay. Move that to the left. Move that- this to the... Okay. Come on, you stupid son of a bitch. Now let's do... Oh, there we go. We pull...
Kind
Okay.
of on the second place, they're smashing it.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh. Oh, okay. No, okay. Now we got to turn this. Oh my God.
He's got this guy. Don't worry.
Here we go. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
I think I've seen this in Indiana Jones. You probably don't want to
No.
go any further.
We just got to get this last one. Just got to get this last thing here. We'll get there, everybody. Don't drop off the stream just yet. Don't worry, this is interesting content. Let's look at this in the meantime while I...
slow motion.
Now, there's a sticker here, the 3D printed studio. Look at that. That's fun. We need to get our logo in that style. Okay, we finished this part. Good job to myself. See, look, you have to like finagle this thing because it has to move along this little maze as you're opening it.
It's like something out of Fez.
It's crazy and awesome. And I hope 3D Printed Studio, if you're watching this on your TV, that I'm not embarrassing you right now, because you did a good puzzle here. It's difficult for me. It's a skill issue, not a reflection of your skills. Making this stupid thing. Come on. Oh, yes. Whew. Look at that. You see how that contraption works? That's really nice, though. Ah, yes, the nubs. Oh, I like a fun little guy. The treasures. Now, let's walk you through this. So this is a little RH logo. These ones fit on any Switch joystick. These are regular plastic. You already saw the Rosebud version, which this is based off my wife's yoga mat that she has that hits acupressure points in your back. So I thought, okay, let's do that on your thumb. Not only because of your pancreas. I don't really know what a pancreas does, but it's just very calming and soothing. And it reduces anxiety. And when you're playing games in this modern world we are living in, lots of stresses, it takes you away to a happy place when you push on the
Medically
nubs.
tested?
Yeah, well, I'm not a doctor, but
Don't make any claims.
I can't make any claims. But that's what brings us to. We also have the pain version that's actually real spikes, and those will hit you. Those. I've sent this to various hemophiliacs in my life, and they're going to report back to me if there's any bleeding or anything. Ban, I know I sent a pair to you, and you said there was no blood, right? So you're
Not
good.
yet.
Okay, so you're good. And
Wait, Ban
that
got
feels-
him and I did.
well, Aish, you were kind of trashing on them
I see how it is.
I won
recently.
them.
You,
I mean, in
Dan won them
fairness-
from the Smash It was a Smash Brothers tournament. I said whoever wins the RH Smash Brothers tournament, it fits the KTR1. It's like
Okay, that's
literally
fair.
the perfect for the KTR1.
They are
I would say,
two-
in fairness, if you had really sweaty hands and you were playing like a racing game and you needed that extra grip,
I mean, it's going to grip you. Look at this.
it's going to
these
do more than
nubs
that.
are
But yes,
too large.
And it leaves these fun little imprints on your thumb. You know, so it's
Oh,
this is
I can't
ideal.
wait to see the Amazon listing for this.
And these are going to be on sale. These are legitimately, I was making just pie in the sky dreams and aspirations on this podcast, and now it's come to fruition. So these are really happening. I'm happy with this. These are the final versions for these, the Spike XLs. I don't know what we're going to call them, but the Rosebuds, these need more spikes. They're not spiky enough. And our beta testers have said the same thing, could use more spikes. So I think we're going to do that, and then we'll figure that out. But man, these ones, let me tell you, they're good. Now we have a real customer experience. Ban, you won them fair and square at the Smash Brothers tournament by beating my ass at Smash Brothers. What do you have there with you?
I mean, I've got the Spike XLs on the on the Switch.
On the
Lite.
Switch Lite, there you go.
oh, they
Let's hear you-
match.
They
They do.
have in fact left indents on my thumbs, so I mean
That's
they
so
were-
much fun. Would you say that you found yourself to be more peaceful after with the universe? Do you feel that you're more at ease in your life and stresses?
I am. I'm not sure about my thumbs.
Good. So you have a good experience.
And then
Would
I
you say
have-
that Stubbs Nubbs have changed your life in any meaningful way? Oh, look, you got them on your.
Ooh.
What is that?
Those are the RH logo ones.
Now those are not tactile so much. They're just a fun little RH logo. He just sent those for fun.
They're fun. They are fun.
Okay.
They don't do
Good.
much, but like they're
No.
just
They're a little accent.
yeah. Good
So
for the blue and purple.
yeah, I think you're gonna love my nubs. So just pick up a pair when it's time. Use code Stubbs1 for some amount of money off. I don't know what yet. We're still working
Some
out the
amount
details.
of money.
Tiny
And,
discount was-
So,
Check
Mr.
the
Sujano.
description in the feature for more info.
Mr. Sujano, I'm going to give you the same deal I gave Russ from Retro Game Core last week, and say that I will be sending you Stubbs Nubbs to review. You don't have to review them, but I'd like to hear your feedback and use them in your fighting games. Let me know if it makes you feel good in your heart.
I don't know if I'd use them in a high pressure, high panic situation, but maybe like a leisure racing game where I'm just
Leisure.
cruising.
Yeah,
Leisure. Yeah, because then you like a nice massage going left and right.
It feels like a nice massage for
Play
your
a short
hands.
hike.
A short hike.
That's a good game.
I
A
played
short hike with
I
the
played
Stubbs
Smash
Nubbs.
Brothers with mine, but you know,
That's a little much.
yeah. Katamari is a better use case or something, but yeah. So glad we had this
That's
talk.
interesting. It's I don't want to bash it in the event that you're serious about it. I think
I'm
you
halfway
got
serious.
He
halfway
is.
serious. Well, I think there's
He is
something there
definitely
because
serious.
there's nothing in the market like it.
Play Vital
and-
lost out. Yeah,
Yeah, they're loss.
they've lost it.
It's an interesting concept, I'll say.
No one else is doing it, you know. So let's just, just look at those spikes. They're so good. Man, that feels great. They just make me feel wonderful inside. It's just, it's just if you wish you could have like a big spike you can just pop your hand on every once in a while because life's crazy.
Now, are you going to do a wide body version for that D-pad on the new Anbernic?
Oh,
Because it's
Oh, that's a good idea. I thought you were going to say Steam Deck, and I was like, hell yeah, we're doing a Steam Deck
Oh.
size, but
that's a big one.
floating D-pad. Yeah.
with spikes. Oof.
Now,
Yeah.
are there going to be smaller ones for the Neo devices? Because these are too big for them.
I know, and it's too big for Odin also, and Odin too. So I think we're gonna have to make a range. The dude is up for experimenting and trying out some stuff, and so yeah, I mean, this started out as a joke. I mean, come on, it is a joke, but along the way, it's become serious. But along the way, I've become invested in it, and it is something I'm proud of. It's still funny to me, but it is also like. It's actually kind of soothing to play with these. Just for me, really, just the XLs. But yeah, these ones. Where the hell's my camera? These ones, once we finish them, I think these ones are going to be nice too. They're going to be cheap to buy, and really, it's just to support the community. It helps us out, and if anyone gets any real benefit from it, that's awesome. There really is an acupressure point in your thumb to. Blood flows to your pancreas that way. If that matters to you, if you have problems with your pancreas, I'm not a doctor, but potentially this could be something in your wheelhouse to help with that. Well, I see the
Googling
viewership
that to see if
dropping.
you're full of it or if it's true.
Oh, it's true. It's I was
That's
Googling it.
50% of the show.
Yeah.
It just got awkward.
I think he froze again.
He might have.
It's just his way of casually leaving this.
No, he's just in shock.
I'm back.
Oh, there
I'm
he is.
back.
Not that.
Skill issue.
So, what did you find out on the Google?
Let's see here. Hand pressure points. Digestive disorders for pancreas. I'm trying to figure out thumb. I typed in thumb pressure point pancreas. And I'm not
Acupressure.
getting-
Acupressure.
Acupressure. Okay.
Meridians. Midichlorians.
I mean, if it's not there, we just lost like 50% of the reasons to get them.
There's another point right here below your index finger that actually sends signals to your brain to tell the monkey mind to calm down, to tell the lizard brain to just chill out if you're If your adrenal glands are going nuts, you're stressing out and you're freaking out, pushing it right there, the nubs, say goodbye to those worries.
There's one here for diabetes, so you could like just jam the joystick in there and
yeah.
There you go.
Diabetes help right there, right at your fingertips.
Give yourself diabetes?
Nobody, not one game manufacturer in the whole world to this day has wanted to address this. I feel like there's a void to be filled. So patent
You're right
pending.
about the thumbs. You're right about the thumbs. Wow. So
Real thing.
You're not just bullshitting us here.
No, this is
real deal.
all of this is 100% real. It's just that I'm portraying it in a jokey way so I won't get hurt if it falls on its face. But there is, you know, I don't know. Being real for a minute with you guys, yeah, I struggle with anxiety and stuff, panic stuff, and I talked about it with Aiden Walls in my interview with him, and I'm always looking for ways to activate that calm down part in my body, and for me, something like that. Now, I wish I could get it right here because that's the point I need to meet, but I don't know. It's soothing for me, and I need to have something tactile, like a fidget toy or something like that, to kind of work through stuff during my day-to-day. So,
well,
yeah.
Stubbs, if it means that to you, I would gladly try it. I will not be a skeptic. I'll approach the situation with an open mind and try it out.
A fair and honest review?
Yes, fair and honest, and that's I would definitely do that. Even if it's just a YouTube short, fair and honest.
I was gonna say just a YouTube short. Russ wouldn't even commit to that. He was like, "This is crazy." So
I would totally do that for you. It's
already
absolutely fine.
Oh, Russ,
and like,
come on.
Like, if you take a look here, like I'll say these joysticks on the 350. I always get these numbers mixed up.
Yeah, the 353V. They'll fit on those.
They drive me freaking nuts.
They'll raise the height on those. Let's see.
Which would actually kind of be nice. And I don't like after a while you use them. Like if you most people who have these handhelds would know, after a while, if you don't have a cover on them, like the rubber starts to not feel nice, like an old eraser kind of. If that's a good way of talking about it. Like if you use it a lot, the rubber starts to wear away. It's like not a nice texture. So yeah. So what I'll do is I'll give it a fair and honest review. If you send them, we'll do a trade. You send me Stubbs Nubbs, and I'll give Aish the RG 300X.
That is a deal, sir. Deal. Aish, is that a deal? Sound good to you?
I need you to send him one.
Too late. Offer's gone, Aish. Sorry.
Wow. Throw a gift horse in my mouth, why don't you?
Yeah,
we're doing a trade, Aish. You get this, and I get Stubbs Nubbs. That's fair? You there?
Say yes.
Yeah, no, sorry. I just keep
say yes.
I just know that you're getting Stubbs Nubbs and I'm getting a 300X. I'm good with
Don't
that.
upgrade it on me. Yeah, you're getting this.
Yeah. Yes. Whatever it was, yes.
Cool.
So,
I don't even think I've changed the software on this. I'll take a quick peek. I'm going to boot it up.
Russ committed to giving me his private thoughts offline in my DMs.
Oh,
so this is already, things are going great with this now. Now we're real time. Please see that? Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'll do a shorts, fair and honest review. Absolutely fine.
It'll absolutely raise the stick height for you.
It definitely will. Well, everybody,
can you use the D-pad if you have those on, or the buttons?
Don't put it on a clamshell device like the WinMax 2. Close it down. Broken screen. Don't do it. Don't recommend. I'm not liable. RH is not liable for what damage you do to your body or to your handheld. So so far no one's bled. So I've been pushing. No blood. If you got thin skin, hit me up. Send you a review set. This has gotten weird again. All right, everybody. Mr. Sujano is only here for so long with us, and we don't want to use up all of his time with my nubs. So I'm going to relent now and say we should end this podcast soon. Anyone have any other thoughts, topics, rantings?
I'm just happy to be here. I appreciate being invited. It's always a good time. You know, it's a different crew this time than I was with last time, but everyone seems to gel here. It's my first time. I've talked or at least watched Retro Tech Dad quite a bit, and it's nice to see him in the flesh here and chat, and it's nice to see Aish and Ben as well. And then you know, it's interesting to be a part of this. You guys are a very cohesive group, and it's you know, I might be quiet for some portions of it, and it's just because I'm caught up in listening to you guys. You guys have something here, and I think it's pretty awesome what you're doing.
Thanks, man. Well, we're all big fans of yours. You know, we have so many Sujano GIFs and emojis in our server.
Oh,
it's so good, dude. Have you seen some of the GIFs you have of you online? If you go into Giphy, there's like 100 of them. Anyways,
there's a few. I know that. Yeah,
there's one for every part of life, for every use case. It's a way for me to relate my feelings to my wife, to Rob, about. No, I'm just kidding. But we do use them quite a bit. They're fun. But it was awesome having you on again. And yeah, I know last time you were on here, I think back during the Thor days.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we got into some shenanigans back then too. But
you're gifting this demonic handheld to everybody. That's what you're saying. You had this. I remember
the V90? Was it the V90? The red V90 handheld?
Yeah,
yeah. I still gift that to anybody. So it's my promise to anyone who has a baby in our server. If they post proof that that they're having an impending child, then I will mail them a V90, and I've held true to this day. I still do that. So, yeah, it's every child's first emulation device should be something that's both a toy and can emulate up to PS1 well. So, the M17, yeah. But with that, yeah, thanks for coming on, man. These guys, the Odin 2, apparently Aish thinks that's a good handle. I don't know about that. I've never heard of that one in my life.
No, I'm saying you can just start giving them Odin 2s.
Yeah, I think a 3-year-old can handle it.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have a baby on the server, Stubbs will give you an Odin 2.
Yeah. It's a little. We do a little baby shower. Okay, life is an amazing thing. It's amazing that people are even having kids in this climate, and the fact that they believe in the world that much to continue this human race. I think that is deserving of a V90. Yes, very much. TechDweeb, yes, thank you. I'll have to send one to you too. Thank you. Rafael. Well, that's just not very nice. You're not. You know what? I'm not sending one to you for review. But that's okay. That's all right. Do you guys all see this? For one thing, at the beginning of the stream, Zoo made this. I don't know why that exists, but that's
it just is Zoo.
That's a Zoo thing.
With AI, they always seem to mess up the hands.
I know, they never get it right. But you know what we did get right is Aish making this beautiful special thanks to our subs and patrons screen. Brand new for November here. So thank you for this. And thank you for supporting RH. We're about to enable YouTube memberships and try those out. Some people aren't happy with Patreon, but they might not like Discord. And so having those matching tiers on YouTube will be fun. What's the giggles? You're having a giggle.
My son is looking
your delivery is killing me. Stubbs, your delivery is absolutely killing me.
Was he just being silly over there?
He's looking for one of his Lego pieces.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
you ever step on one of those and you're like, wish that would have been Stubbs Nubbs.
Yeah, just drop a Stubbs Nubbs on the floor. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah, it'd be painful. It'd be good.
Stubbs Nubbs versus Lego. There's a great video.
It's true. What else do YouTubers say? Oh yes, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this channel. We're gonna be back again end of November with Mr. Black Seraph to chit-chat about the new Garlic OS 2.0 that he's about to drop. So that's finally happening, and we're going to talk to him about all the details and also his project he's been working on with Duo, this whole Duo thing, this virtualization project. I don't understand it myself, but Russ says it's pretty neat, and I want to learn more about that. We're also in December going to have Jutleys and the RG Handhelds crew join us for an episode. That'll be really interesting and fun. And then end of the year giveaway, of course, is on New Year's once again. Rapid 99 and Axerin. We're going to be giving away some handhelds that we got for review this year, and have some fun game awards, the best retro games of the year. So stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for the Smash Brothers tournament, which is tomorrow night in our Discord. If you haven't signed up, do sign up. I'll add that to the description. And you too could win a pair of Stubbs Nubbs or something even cooler. I don't know. Let's see.
There's nothing cooler than Stubbs Nubbs.
Well,
That's the epitome of coolness.
We got to have you back on more. This is good. But with that, I'm gonna end this stream. I left it on the silly music for all that time. Oh no, what a disaster! Into the
Fitting.
Here's the real ending music. Thanks everybody for watching. You know where to find us. Everyone do their, the goodbye wave. This has been Stubbs on behalf of all these gentlemen. If you want to find Mr. Sujano, at Mr. Sujano on the YouTubes, and are in the description. And why don't you go ahead and take care of your handhelds, save your state, don't tempt your fates, and take care of each other.